Хөрхөн охид trap сонсон. Trap сонсон, trap донсон. Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Дагаж дуулан дур булаа мууруулаа.
Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new MMA Roasted Podcast. It's me, Adam Hunter. It's going to be a good show today. We got a special show I'm bringing you to this week because we got Tanya Evinger, Invicta champion, UFC star, big fight coming up, huge fight. She's here, and the return of Tyler Boeh.
What's up, everybody?
He's in from Oregon, as well as my man Weendwag.
What's up, dude?
I want to thank our sponsor, Speedweed. Listen, people, marijuana is legal in California, and you should smoke it. If you like smoking, the place to go is Speedweed. They have everything from, they have eighths to, they have all kinds of relaxing mints. They have marijuana sex lube, okay, THC sex lube. You put it on, do all kinds of good stuff with it. Everything, from CBD oil to you name it, they have it. And go to speedweed.com, mention Roasted. You get $10 off, $100 or more. Listen, and follow them also. Follow them on every kind of social media, on Instagram, on Twitter. Make sure you follow them because they're good people. We also have Tim Johnson on the show today. I pre-recorded that interview earlier, and it's good to be here. It's good to be here, and let's talk to Tanya. How are you?
I'm good.
So you're in California training?
Yeah, gonna be out here till the 22nd, and then go back to Vegas.
Nice. Now, who are you? Who are you fighting?
Caitlin Vieira.
Caitlin Vieira, we know her. Her last fight, she beat Sarah McMahon, right?
I think her last fight was against Kat.
Against Kat. She beat Kat Zingano, beat Sarah McMahon, beat Ashley Evans-Smith.
Yeah.
And now you're fighting her in Brazil. What's the date?
September 22nd.
We want to get the air conditioner off? Is it too hot, too loud?
I think it should be fine.
Okay, September 22nd. Now, what do we know about this girl?
She's a jiu-jitsu girl. She has a little bit of judo. Yeah, I didn't do a lot of research.
No, are you going to before your fight?
I thought about watching some videos, but I usually don't want too much video on them. Doesn't really matter. So, I think my style is pretty dominating. So,
yeah. Now I was talking to you. You came to a dime bar Monday night. You and your beautiful girlfriend, by the way, Burke, Bella Burke. If you look at her on Instagram, make sure you're not wearing clothes because it's a really good time. Now, so you guys came. They were so sweet. They sat in the front. It was like just you two for most of the show. Everybody was giving you a hard time, but in a nice, beautiful way.
We came to laugh.
You came to laugh, which was awesome. But now I asked you, and you said I'm 10-0 at 135. She's 10-0 at 135. I didn't realize you've never lost at 135.
I mean, I've lost my records like 19-6.
But in your last
like 7 years at 135, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you just came back from ACL surgery.
Yeah.
Your knee was fucked up. That was last time I saw you, Houston.
Wait and tell everybody.
I'm
just kidding. It's already out.
Do you want to take that out?
No, it's already out there.
Are you sure?
I'm just kidding.
Okay. Now, how did that happen, by the way?
Just some dude in the gym. Some dude came in and literally broke it in half.
Like he kicked you?
No, he just put me against the wall and literally blocked my leg and broke my body in half over. Yeah, it hurt. It was gnarly.
Now, I've had that surgery. It's a tough road back.
Yeah.
You got to go I was going twice a week. You're going 5 days a week recovery?
Yeah, I was. And then they just weren't having me do too much, so I went and started doing my own stuff and kind of left physical therapy. I'm a physical therapist myself.
Yes. Are you really?
No, but I think I'm pretty good. I watch videos on YouTube. You can find everything on the internet. Come on.
Of course. But now you're 100%.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Yes. Now, I saw you spend time at the Performance Institute, UFC.
Yeah, I did some physical therapy there.
Now, how was that?
It was awesome. Badass facility.
How did that facility stack up against YouTube?
Well, yeah.
A little better?
I don't know. YouTube was pretty cool, but I like when they're working on me instead of me working on myself, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that facility was just unreal. So I'm going to go back there and spend a couple days and see what they'll do for me.
Now, do they put you up there?
No, they're just pretty much just a training facility. So there's like not even really any coaches or anything there. It's just like therapists and people that help you be a better fighter, I guess. I don't know.
But are there like classes, jiu-jitsu classes? Or?
No, you just, so when I come in, my coaches, a lot of people bring their training partners, their coaches in. So what I'll do is I'll go back and my boxing coach will fly in, and then we'll work out. So they'll schedule me like certain times on the mat, certain times of physical therapy, certain times for this and that. So
is all of that free to you as a UFC fighter, or
yeah,
that's great?
It's
they
crazy.
still put you up though. I feel
No,
like they could put dorms in there.
Yeah,
and
but then
them
they'd
there.
have every UFC fighter living there for free. It'd be like an Olympic Training Center.
you guys would
These
get so
guys
much
would be
better,
like,
though. You'd be
55
getting-
years old, still fighting in the UFC and shit.
So
Like,
what?
Come
You
on.
guys would get astronomically better.
Yeah,
It'll only
yeah.
help their product.
Seriously, I've been there multiple times, and I'm like, no, I don't really feel like going and checking it out. I thought there was coaches and thought there was like, there's some whole gig, like, just going to a regular gym there. But we ended up going in there, and it was amazing. And I'm like, damn, no wonder. Like,
Yeah.
I just should have been coming over here, but I didn't know.
But you're
any
a
better.
hard sell and everything, though.
Yeah.
You're not an easy person, but you got a huge heart. What's funny though is I had my baby and I go, Tanya, you want to hold my baby? And I've never seen fear. When you fought Cyborg, nothing, but the fear you had of holding my baby, you're like, no, I'm okay, I don't want to hold it. Like, this
I don't know if it
is
was that bad. He's over dramatic here.
You were like behind the
no,
couch.
I did, yeah,
you jumped
yeah.
behind the couch.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to hold any babies.
Are you afraid of love? Is that what it is? You're afraid
Yes, yes.
Yes.
That's dead on.
Okay. Now, okay. So now you're here, and I saw that you were training with Perillo
Yep.
and Tito.
Yep.
Okay. Now, okay. So it's Perillo, obviously an amazing boxing coach. Tito is a legend. Who else is there with you?
I don't know. They got Thomas that comes in. He's they brought him in as my little training partner. So, man, they killed me. Tito killed me the other day. We did a lot of wrestling and stuff like that. And then today I went and sparred. And then I just been working a lot of pads and stuff like that. Just getting back into what I do.
Now, is it you versus Tito wrestling?
No, hell no. That guy just crushed me. I'm like, my leg. No, they got somebody my size, so that's cool. I was like nervous about like who they'd have be my training partner because you always get bigger people, and I'm just like,
I would think they're bringing Cyborg. I know they're big with Cyborg.
Yeah, we sparred today.
You and Cyborg
Yeah.
sparred. How'd that go?
It went pretty good. Obviously, she's a stand-up girl, and we just boxed. So, not as good as I would want it to, but I don't fight that stuff, you know me, so...
But was it weird that you fought her before, now you're sparring with her?
No. I mean, obviously, I think eventually everybody kind of runs into each other. I've sparred most of the people I've fought after, like, unless they're not from the U.S., but I've ended up training with a lot of people that I've fought and stuff, so I usually just don't like to train with them beforehand.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Now, Cyborg, I sent a kid to wrestling camp.
Now, she had been 30 pounds heavier than me today. I was like, damn.
I was going to ask, is she the hardest hitting person that you've ever sparred with?
Not that I've ever sparred with, but of the girls I've fought, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, do you think
Man,
anyone...
she has some weight on me. She
by the way,
does. That's a big girl, man.
Yeah, she cuts a
like I
lot.
said, we're here right now doing our MMA Roasted Podcast. We got Tanya Evinger here, as well as Tanya's beautiful woman,
Can't see her 'cause
Bella
of her
Burke, right here. Tyler Boeh. Now,
What's up?
do you think anyone will ever beat Cyborg?
Yes, I think obviously, I think I have a good chin. I don't get knocked out or anything like that. So, I think if I could pull obviously I think I could beat everybody. So, or, whatever. But I think that 145 is a big weight class for me. You know what I mean? That's a lot of weight, and just the weight they put on afterwards. I put 7 pounds on after the weigh-ins. Like I was like, fuck.
You
Can't even
look
keep
chubby
any-
at 135. I thought...
That's just lean muscle, yo.
No, I know.
I don't have that build. Like, I think at 25 you might start to see some muscles, but
Yeah,
who wants to cut that low?
No, of course. I think you should be going down, though. Not
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. I told him I go down to 25. I definitely think. I've made 25 and fought at 25, so I definitely think that's more realistic. Them 45ers get big, but man, she must probably put 20 pounds on. She felt heavy in the fight.
Yeah.
Heavy.
I still think if it was a 100-round fight, you would have won. Like, honestly, I think that you're...
I felt like I didn't fucking do what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm like, all right, run around for 2 rounds, and then third round, pick it up, because that's where I'm going to... And I just
think that
kept
honestly,
on strolling.
There are certain fighters out there, and I think you're one of them, that you just run out of rounds.
Yeah.
Because I think they'd have to kill you to get you to stop fighting. If they hadn't stopped it, you would have kept fighting.
Yeah, I think that obviously I was in a stupid position, but we're fighting for a title. I think they should I mean, I didn't even have any blood or marks or anything. Like, let me get beat on a little. I can take a punch. I mean, I can take a beating. But, yeah, I'm usually that fighter that fights back. I retaliate, so...
Well, you're just like, you were born a fighter.
Yeah.
Certain people are born, I think I was born a comic.
Yeah.
Joe, you were born a creep. Tyler, I don't know what, you should have been an accountant, but you ended up becoming a comic. And I think you're born a fighter.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about, you have this hot woman. Now, I didn't realize when you brought this girl to my show, okay, you bring this girl, you're like, oh, she's a model. I'm thinking, oh, okay, everyone's a model, yada, yada. She's a beautiful girl. But I go on Instagram, and I see your ass. I saw what you ate for lunch. I mean, it's and millions of people love your girl. Do you ever get jealous, or do women hit you up in the DMs, or guys? And does Tanya ever step to them?
No.
No. Tanya, do you ever get jealous of your girl?
I would say not. For 90% of the time, no. I don't know. Maybe here and there. There's some things that I don't like.
Like what?
I don't know. What have I been all upset about? I don't like one of her exes, that's for sure. One of them I
Is it a
really
guy
don't
or
like.
girl?
It's a girl.
It's a girl?
I don't like her. But aside from that, I don't really...
But on Facebook, you're always putting these things about how, like, my girl... Like,
she farts a lot and stuff? Yes, she does.
Is that true? She does fart a lot? I would think you'd be the farter in the relationship.
Look at the drink she's drinking. That'll tell you something.
What are you drinking?
Is that a kombucha or something like that?
Yeah, that's
Very
like...
probiotic.
Yeah.
Well, she's a sweetheart. You guys are a cute couple. I can tell that you're in love. I've seen you with other girls, like that little girl that was like 5'1", the Mexican girl, and then Michelle. It seemed like you like those people, but this one you're in love with.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
good.
she's all right.
And Tyler, what have you been up to?
Well, it's been a while since I've talked to everybody on the podcast. So, what's up, everybody? All the MMA Roasted fans. It's good to be back down here. I came down here for this. No, I didn't come down here. I came down here for the Burbank Comedy Festival, and picked up some shows at the Ice House. I'm at the Ha Ha tonight.
Yep.
And back at the Ice House tomorrow.
Now, how's life? I mean,
good. I'm up in Portland, Oregon now. My wife and I are up there. We bought a house. We got the 2 kiddos, 5 and 2. And just up there,
Is it weird being suburban dad?
I don't know. I mean,
I remember you when you were like dating strippers and they were on coke. And just all kinds of stuff.
That was you.
Now he shaved his face.
You were
he's
just
got
remembering.
kids.
You were scrolling backwards through your timeline.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. That was me last week.
Yeah.
Are your kids
No.
as funny as you? Like, if you're like comedian, I don't know. Your
Yes, his kids are really funny.
super
They're kinda,
They're really sweet. But it's great. No, but dude, I'm all in. I don't know what happened. Like all of a sudden, I'm like in the dad role. I'm drinking black coffee. I own multiple ladders. I just walk around the house in my briefs because it's dad shit. You know what I mean?
You won't be half the man that Tanya is. This girl lays tile.
Yeah.
She lays tile.
Yeah, don't let your kids get around me. They
She
call
does
me
construction
Yeah.
work. Like
I come on up. I will pay you. We got some house projects. I'm trying to. We got to update the bathroom. We could use some tile in there. Downstairs, the shower and the surround. So
You probably won't even watch to learn.
what? Oh no, I'd be in your way. I'd be like, can I help? And then you'd be like, stop. You gotta measure twice, cut once, right?
Now, do guys ever get intimidated by you, or they kind of like, oh, this girl doesn't know about construction. I know, and then you have.
Oh yeah, forever.
And what happens?
Whatever. I don't know. I just whatever. They end up usually getting fired because they're so stupid. But no, I think they have a problem with me being their boss a lot of times. When it comes to like bigger companies, they have a huge problem with it. But most of the guys that like work with me now are be like guys that I train with, and then
I saw that the fighter. Did that kid win? The kid that did the fight?
Yeah, he just won a title. He's good, man. He's a little amateur, but he's gonna be good.
I always wonder though. Like it seemed like you were, and not to disrespect your gym, but it seemed like you were the best of the gym. Like you were the star of the gym in Houston.
That's always the case, even when I'm not the best fighter.
But but is that hard though? Because a lot of people that have the philosophy of you don't want to be the best guy in the room.
Yeah, but I mean, on a sense, I'm like still a girl. So these guys, I mean, a couple years of training and they can beat me just by their muscle and defense alone. You know what I mean? So, a lot of these guys probably can still just whoop my ass if they really wanted to. But technique-wise, I'm definitely.
I finally rolled with a girl and I was like so nervous. This girl's gonna fuck me up. I was like, ah. And
He probably went so hard, like one of them guys.
No, I went like 15%.
Yeah, right.
20%. Honestly, the girl was not.
She weighed 100 pounds.
She wasn't you. She wasn't you. She was not that big, but she wasn't you. But when you go 15% or 20%, then I'm like, fuck. Now she might catch me because I'm not really doing what I do against the other guys, which is like. So it is kind of a mind fuck a little bit, and then you don't want to insult the girl by going too light, but you don't want to insult but hurt the person, or so it's kind of a weird.
I'll have guys that are like super good, like black belts or something. They'll just lay there, and I'm like, you got to actually roll back with me for me to be able to do anything. It's crazy, but that's hard or whatever. But other than that, like, still try to kick our ass. Just don't like use all muscle. Use real technical and stuff.
Right.
And remember that, like, if you're talking about stand up, I mean, remember the people you want to like learn to slip and stuff off of instead of like just beat the shit out of them, you know? Because
I've been doing Muay Thai 4 times a week because I was doing jiu-jitsu and I got caught in an electric chair again, which is how I tore my ACL the first time.
What is electric chair?
It's a weird like Eddie Bravo sweep where I'm on top, and of course, like, remember you talked about Sarah McMahon where you said one of the issues she has probably is because she's so top heavy. So she gets caught in like these moves, and that's what was going on with me. I was like pinning the person.
Yeah.
And it's a weird sweep where it's sort of like the guy spladles you from the bottom, and then sweeps you that way, and it doesn't hurt. So I'm not going to tap, but it could tear out your ACL, especially if you roll the wrong way. And for 3 weeks, I was like, how do you explain the electric chair?
It's just you're on the bottom, and like Adam will be on top, and you're just making him do the splits. You have like one leg in lockdown, and you go under his other leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And there's a weird setup, right, where you distract them with that wet sponge on the top of their head.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you
And
stick
then-
your fingers in the butt.
Yeah, of
That
course.
works for
Yeah,
everything.
it's very
I was
shocking.
Like,
That
for
spreads
2
their
weeks,
legs
I was
right
like,
away.
I blew my ACL again. I'm such a fucking idiot. What's
Yeah.
wrong with me? And I didn't. But I've been doing Muay Thai, which is actually easier on the body.
Yeah.
But
What?
It's easier.
Well, that's because you've
You
been
might-
sparring girls still.
No, because nobody's trying
I
to
was gonna
torque my
say-
knee in a weird fucking way.
Yeah, it's
You might
different. Brain
not be-
damage compared to knee.
Well, I'm
you know
not
what I mean?
sparring with anybody. Or
Yeah.
if we spar, I go like 5%.
Oh, then
I'm not
he's over there
trying to,
killing the
I was
bag.
going to say, Muay Thai looks brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
if you're
hard
actually
on the
in a
body.
real, if you're in Thailand or some stupid gym, but I'm in like, it's me and a bunch of soccer moms.
Are
know?
you? Do you have like a belt? Do you have a belt ranking with your jiu-jitsu, or
No, I'd be a white belt, but I do. But I was
Yeah,
doing-
right. If you're a wrestler, you got to start
But I
at
was
blue.
doing very well.
You got to
against-
start at blue.
I was doing well against other people because wrestling, but it was frustrating for them because I was holding them down. But frustrating for me because I wasn't really doing anything other than guillotines and.
That's why you'd be a good fighter, because I just hold him down and I'm like, what to do now? And then just beat him.
What belt are you?
Brown.
You're well.
I think I'm probably a black belt, but I don't do gi or anything, and I don't train under anybody to actually belt me, so I really don't give a shit about the belt.
So you are officially a brown belt?
Yeah.
Have you thought about going to Worlds or no gi
I don't
or
care about
Eddie
any of that.
Bravo? Or,
I ain't trying to do any kind of grappling.
really?
Yes.
You just want to fight?
Yes.
Yes.
That's my sport. Yeah.
All right. Now, have you fought in Brazil before?
No. Have I fought Brazil? Yeah, I fought some Brazilians, but not in Brazil.
Are you nervous?
I don't want to get, robbed or anything. They ain't got nothing to take, but whatever.
is this going to be your furthest travel for a fight, or you've fought like over in Asia?
Yeah, I fought in the Philippines.
Okay.
I've competed all over the world.
Now, there are hot Brazilians out there.
Yeah.
Now, Bella, are you getting a little nervous about her? Really? Now do you guys bring
She
home...
realizes nobody wants me. That's the thing, you know what I mean?
She's got no competition. Look.
Now, do you bring home other girls for Tanya together? Do you guys ever have a...
I wish.
Oh,
she doesn't want.
She doesn't want her.
I told her to bring home Laura Senko.
Okay. Laura's, I think, married, right?
Well, he don't care either.
Really?
Yeah, he don't care either. So
Oh, wow.
it'll work out. It's just,
Oh, Laura... But is Laura cool with it?
yeah.
She said she's cool with it.
Yeah.
If I asked Laura, she'd be cool with this?
Yes.
I'm finding this hard to believe.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to ask and find out. And then when you find out, let me know.
Well, last time on the podcast, I asked you, and I've been wondering about this. Like, everyone talks about lesbian and, and lesbian this, like that. And, we talk about scissoring, but no one actually...
That's a myth move.
myth move.
Yeah.
So there's no actual scissoring.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on top of her.
You guys have created some kind of thing, and now my girlfriend's like, we got to try it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's over here been trying to talk about let's try it.
Now, okay, but are there strap-ons that go on? Or I would assume
She owns a ton of strap-ons, but she is not using them on me.
you're using on her.
I will use them on her. Fuck yes.
Okay, and Bella, you're cool with that?
I'll go to town, guys.
Bella's
You know what
cool.
I'm talking about.
Okay, so you go to town. Okay, so that's what happens. But you won't allow her to use
No
a strap-on.
way.
Why not?
I don't want to get fucked. That just sounds horrible.
That's good.
Would you let your girl use strap-on you?
Absolutely fucking not, because I'm afraid I might enjoy it. And
Yeah,
I would get
then
rid
you
of the girl.
change your whole. Then you'd be like, why do I have
I
a
don't want
kid?
anything up my ass. He sometimes tries to put a finger up there, and I'm like, stop. I'm like, you're just doing this to annoy me. And then I don't want a finger. But you're into stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as long as it's not too big, because I don't want to be in pain. But just like a small, like, not that big, but like, just like a small, like maybe a coffee cup or something like that.
Coffee cup?
Yeah, just something small to start off with.
Now, have you ever had anything up your butt?
Just my own fingers and stuff. I mean, I went through a phase. When I was in high school where I was like curious. Like I go in the shower, like shove like a toothbrush up my ass, my own toothbrush up my ass, but not the brush end, but like the handle end.
Did you throw the toothbrush away afterwards?
No, we just used the handle.
You actually held on to it?
Well, for sanitary reasons, I put a condom over the toothbrush, and then I put it in my ass.
Tyler, welcome back to the show.
Yeah, I've missed a lot apparently.
Now, have you ever? No, you're not. Your girl never puts anything on.
Yes, that means yes.
When I'm down here. I don't know what she's doing at home right now. But I don't know. It's funny because there's so many guys that are into the lesbian fantasy. I have a twin sister. My twin sister's a lesbian, and it's pretty much completely ruined.
They're like linked, so he's
that.
like, I feel everything you feel.
Is that because she looks like you?
I know what you're
Well, she's much cuter than me. She's very small. She's like sort of that kind of really like.
Because you have like a Rachel.
pixie-
You have like a Rachel Maddow thing going.
Imagine him with long hair.
I can see him like Rachel.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been working on this. Is a look I've been grooming for a while. Maybe I'll get my own show too. But yeah, no, I think that pretty much ruined the lesbian fantasy for me. So.
Did you always know she was a lesbian, or did she?
When she, I was the first person that she told. Well, second.
The girl. Yeah.
But I was. I don't know. I guess surprised but not shocked. You know what I mean?
How old were you?
We were in college.
Oh wow.
And
She
we
beat
were-
him at all sports. You didn't see this coming?
No, I wasn't surprised. She, I mean, we're super, super close. So it was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd been like, brother, you're going to have to say this is your girlfriend and bring her to dinner.
You know what? It's funny because
Yeah.
she came to me and she was sort of like, I could tell she was really emotional. She was sort of in tears and she's like, I have to tell you something. And I was like, oh my God, Grandma died. And she's like, what? Why, is Grandma sick? And I was like, no, I thought you were gonna like. I thought she was.
Oh, okay.
And she was like, I think I'm gay. And I was like, okay.
All right.
And like I was like, all
Now,
right.
what about your parents? Are they cool about it?
I told her, this is hilarious. I was failing two. It's funny that you said I was going to be an accountant because I wasn't great at numbers. I was failing 2 math classes at the time, and I was like, "Hey sis, why don't you hold off on telling mom and dad till winter break? Because I wanted to see if I could pull out of these 2 classes." And then
Wait till I give him my bad grade so you won't look so bad.
yeah. So we go home for winter break, and she's like, "Mom, Dad, I'm a lesbian," and they were like, "Wow!" And then I was like, "And I'm failing 2 classes," and they were like, "We'll talk to you later." And I was like, "But I still like girls."
So you were like, hey, I got a D, but she didn't.
So yeah, I was like, this could. I was like, way to take one for the team, sis.
That's
Yeah.
good.
But-
That's cool. If my daughter decides she's a lesbian, as long as she's happy,
Yeah.
that's all that matters.
He's already preparing.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
like, I can tell when you were in mom's belly.
I think it's harder when someone's like, I'm another sex. So when it's just like, oh, my daughter was like, hey, listen, I'm a man, and I had to get the whole surgery. Or if my son was like, I'm really a woman trapped in a man, then I think it's a lot harder. And nowadays to deal with, probably more expensive too. Than it actually.
You have to get better sponsors.
Yeah, you have to get Speedweed, Speedweed as well as cutyourdickoff.com. Yeah, that's probably a lot harder. Now, are you? You're not really part of the whole lesbian and gay community, though, right? Or are you? Or are you?
I mean, I don't know what that means, but
It seems like some people are like they're spokespeople, and then there are other people that are just like, I'm gay. I don't want to be identified.
Obviously, I'm super proud. I don't give a shit. Or I'm super out there. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm not like,
But it doesn't
going
define
to
you,
rallies
though.
and stuff like that.
You know what?
I don't go to rallies. and
Although
all
no, I
stuff
saw
like
a
that,
picture of you guys at some
Oh
parade.
yeah, that was Gay Pride.
And she was butt naked.
She had pasties on.
Pasties on.
And she had a slave on a leash.
You were on a leash?
No, my buddy, my training partner, was on a leash. Everybody was like saying so much shit. I'm like, then the guy's gay, the guy's straight.
And
the guy we have with us is straight, and he's on
you
a
live
leash.
in Vegas, right?
No, we live in
Houston.
Houston.
Oh,
We were just going back to Vegas to train.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were at Pride Houston.
Yeah.
Was that huge or?
California's
It was
way
like
bigger.
it was just them three walking around the neighborhood.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
felt it out for about 2 hours and we're like, all right, it's so hot, we're ready to go. We've seen
Yeah.
it all. We're the most like attraction walking around anyway. So obviously people aren't like to that level yet.
Now, last time we talked, you were putting together a big MMA event, and you were going to make all this money, and you were excited, and you
Yeah.
got a place, and you got all. Now, how did that go?
It went good. We put on a really good show and we're going to try to do it again, but I have to make some more money. But yeah, it went really good. We had great fights. We had a good venue.
You
Everything
make any
went
money?
Fuck no. The commission shut us down, man. They gave us our license. We weren't allowed to promote until they gave us our license. They gave us our license like 6 days out from the fight. So we literally had like less than a week, and we couldn't even print tickets till then. They fucked us so bad. And then a local promoter threatened like all the fighters, if they fight for us, they'll never fight for him again and all this stuff. He's a big turd. But yeah, it was a struggle. But obviously that's why a lot of people aren't going back to Texas. You know, UFC, Bellator, Invicta, all these big promotions. That's why they're not
Now
going
you
to
have a
Texas.
license, right?
Yeah, I do.
So
So
now
now
license-
it's a little bit different, but I also have to make some more money to do it again.
So you
And I've been out from the surgery.
did you lose money?
Oh, yeah. I lost some money. Yeah.
Is that something like if towards the end of your fighting career, is that something that you would be interested in going into? Is like
Oh, yeah,
becoming a
definitely. I just
producer and
gotta. I don't know. I don't know if I could like really survive. That's why promotions don't survive in Texas. Like, I think I would have to go like to a different state for sure. But I mean, that's why nobody has fights in Texas. That's why
You're
everybody
such
leaves
a good
Texas.
person, though. Like, you're a nice person.
Yeah,
You try
I don't-
so hard.
It's crazy too. We were doing awesome things for the fighters. We went all out, and obviously, I think my standards are a little bit higher because I fight on bigger shows. So I feel like the fighters have to be treated a certain way, and they have to have certain standards for certain things. And that ain't the case for like most amateur promotions. So they don't do shit. They're like, stay in this Roach Motel, and yeah, hopefully you pay for your own, like even
And you gotta sell your own
even the
tickets
promotions in Vegas. They're like, pay for your own flight and this and that, and then you could be on our show. What the hell are you kidding?
Well, didn't the
Like,
UFC
that's
give you one
crazy.
person, though? to bring?
Yeah, I guess one person. Yeah,
So you
so
gotta
then-
bring one person in Brazil.
Yeah, I'm supposed to pay for my other corners if I want more corners and stuff. Yeah. That's how it works. Unless you're a title fight, and then they'll pay for two.
Now, Ashley Evans Smith fought this person you're fighting.
Yeah.
Sarah McMahon, I know she's pregnant, but Kat fought this person you're fighting.
Yeah.
Are you going to reach out to them, or you're going to train with them, or?
No, I don't care. I don't care about any of that. I think I beat everybody.
It seems like this girl, Ashley did pretty well against her on the feet.
Yeah.
I was there. I was at the Cat fight too, and it was Cat's first fight back, and I think she was a little bit like just not herself.
Right.
She looked a lot better her last fight against Marion.
Yeah.
And Sarah McMahon was whooping her ass, took her down, held her down, ground and pound. They almost stopped it in the first round. I mean, she ground and pounded her for a long time, and then she got caught the second
Yeah.
round. So I think this girl, while she is 11-0 or 10-0,
Mm-hmm.
I think she's very beatable.
Yeah, I think definitely there's weaknesses, obviously, with every fighter. But, I think we have similar styles in a sense. So I think, that's usually your weakness is your style. So I think that, I've been a champion for a long time. So I think I got this.
And what do you weigh right now?
What I weigh this morning? I didn't weigh myself this morning, but I would say like probably 153 or something.
So you got to cut 18 pounds.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Now, how is she when she's cutting weight? Is she mean and miserable and
She
hard to
doesn't
be around?
even know.
What do you mean you don't have no idea?
The first fight she ever watched was me versus Cyborg.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we were still friends then. She was trying to get in my pants, but we were just still friends.
Wow. I heard that, right? Didn't you bring someone else to the club and you stole her? Or something like when you guys first met?
I like that story. Let's go with that.
Now, you don't have any cauliflower, do you, Tanya?
I do down inside my ear, but I always drain my ears. If they get big, I drain them myself. And
Yourself?
I'm like the gym doctor. I drain everybody's ears, and I put people's noses back. I have no clue what I'm doing, but
You watch a lot of YouTube, huh?
I seen it done on TV, and I'm like, I can do that.
What do you mean you put people's noses back in the gym?
Yeah, like their nose will get broke from a knee or something. I'm like, I got you. Come here.
No.
Yeah, there's
Really?
video on my Instagram of me doing. Yeah.
And you have no idea what you're doing?
I mean, I seen it on TV. It
Oh.
seems like it worked.
I saw a video of what's the heavyweight babyface killer?
Oh, yeah.
Resetting somebody's nose in the gym.
Eyes.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
I'm blanking on his name.
I know you're talking about the guy that yeah.
Wait, who?
Heavyweight.
The babyface killed the guy that fought Verdum.
Yeah.
The guy that wears a diaper.
Junior Albini,
That guy.
No.
the babyface.
I can't believe I'm blanking on his name.
Heavyweight.
Yeah.
UFC.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ben Rockwell.
Josh Barnett.
Oh yeah. You saw a picture of him doing what?
I saw a video of him on YouTube resetting a guy's nose in a gym.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I guess you're supposed to pull it down before you put it over. I didn't realize that was, obviously you don't see that part in the.
you're like, let me
in the
punch it
video.
back.
No, I'm like, let me just push that right back over.
Yeah.
And,
Did you ever train with Josh Barnett?
No.
He seemed like he'd be a guy that would like love you.
No, I don't think he likes me very much. But
Why?
yeah, a lot of people
happened?
don't like me. I don't know.
What did you do?
Just being me, they just don't like me. But I have fought a lot of his girls. I fought his girlfriend.
Colleen?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They had a bad breakup.
Oh, I'm sure she has a bad breakup with everybody.
Yeah. It
So-
went really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even care. I don't pay attention to nobody really unless it's like people are sending me the drama and I'm like, what happened?
All right, so let's talk about some of the MMA stuff. So a guy at Bellator missed weight by 14 pounds.
Holy shish.
And they're still letting him fight. I think it was...
They're fighting in Brazil?
No.
Oh.
No.
What weight? That's a whole weight class.
Yeah.
So Twan Claxton
They have to be heavyweights.
against Chris Lencioni. No, 165. The guy weighed in at 182.
How the hell they get to fight?
It's Bellator. It's in Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Oh, that's why there's probably no commission or something.
I mean,
They're like, we're still like just doing this shit.
at 17
no
pounds,
commission.
why do you show up?
17
why not
pounds
just
over.
say you got ill?
In Bellator, though,
That
you
means
can
you
be
didn't try.
17 pounds overweight, or you can be 17 years past your prime.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's
still.
1,000%. I mean, have you ever missed weight?
I have, but not by more than like maybe a pound or something.
When
I-
you miss weight?
can I-
What fight was that?
When I fought Sideburns,
Sideburns?
Gomez.
Adriana
That dude.
Gomez?
Yeah, when I fought that dude.
When you miss weight, were you embarrassed?
No, I was dying, and I was like, I am not. There's no way I couldn't cut. My body wasn't cutting anymore. Like,
Yeah.
and so I was like, there's no way in the 2 hours my body ain't cutting this much enough to be able to cut it in the 2 hours. So
I'm just saying, sometimes you see a fighter miss weight and they seem sort of heartbroken or disappointed in themselves, because I know that a weight cut can go,
Yeah. I have stepped on the scale and been on weight, and then they moved the scale to our weigh-in location, and then I was like a half pound over, and then I freaked out a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, that
But
was a
then-
little different, but
Yeah.
Sometimes you see these fighters that don't even come close, and it doesn't seem like
No,
they
the best
feel
was
bad
Mayhem.
or-
Oh, they don't give a
Mayhem,
shit.
24 pounds over, 27 pounds in Italy, and took off his shorts, went back on the scale, as if that was going to
Yeah,
be.
he was wearing 25-pound.
And then they kicked him out. They're like, get the fuck out of here. He said he had a thong, too. He actually texted me recently, said he's doing better. And I like Mayhem, but he's tough, But he's such a funny dude to hang out with. Yeah, I mean, a pound over, I could see. 2 pounds over. Anything if it was I ran the UFC or MMA, 3 pounds over, you not only lose the fight, but the other person gets your purse.
yeah, it's super fucked up though. Like if it's fucked up on both cases. So if my opponent doesn't make weight, and I don't want to fight him because they didn't make weight, then I don't get paid either. So it's a fucked up
Have you
situation.
had that happen to you?
Oh yeah, a ton of times.
Who
yeah.
missed weight against you?
What's that dumb girl's name?
Sideburns? That wasn't Sideburns.
At 125, the girl didn't make weight, and I cut a fucking lot of weight. I cut 40 pounds to make that weight class. No, she didn't make weight.
Did you
God,
win?
What's that stupid? Oh yeah, what's that stupid girl's name? I can't remember. But there's quite a few opponents that haven't made weight for me, and so like, for me, like if I don't take it, if I'm like nah, because some people will miss weight, never make weight, and they don't give a shit. They lose some money, but it's like the commission ain't doing anything about it. If they're not actually doing anything about it, they're going to leave it up to us. I don't want to. I just trained that whole time, man. I just trained for months. I don't want to like not get paid. So it's a
bullshit.
fucked up
You should
situation.
get paid. You should get paid no matter what.
It's
and
a
it should be
fucked
a
up
win.
situation.
And the fight should be off. And then if you still want to fight after you got paid, you should be able to fight.
Yeah, I should get my show money and your show money.
Yeah.
Even if I
honestly-
don't get my win money, I can understand that because we didn't fight. But I get both your show
be
money and my
surprised
show
how many
money.
people would make
That's
weight.
what they should do.
By the way, another thing that happened this week, which Andrea Lee,
Yeah.
KGB Lee,
yeah.
so her boyfriend, her husband, they found a swastika on him. I didn't find it, but he had one.
There's a bunch,
And I guess he had a
there's
bunch of stuff. And he refused to cover it up, says he went to jail. I think he went to jail for murdering a black guy. I'm pretty sure, allegedly, that's what the thing was.
There are police reports online. You can look it up. I went and looked it up. I'm nosy.
Okay,
but,
what did he get arrested for?
He was a cop, and so he had pulled into his driveway where there's somebody. It was like a roundabout, and then somebody was sitting in his driveway, so he pulled in. Well, they backed out, so then he turned around and came back and shot over the passenger seat, shot the dude dead multiple times, not just one shot. Shot him dead. So he went to jail for however many years. Not
Should have been
obviously
20.
not enough for
Yeah.
being murdering somebody. You know, it was something ridiculous. And so then even when she fought in Invicta, they made him cover up his tattoos because he has multiple. And then even the ones under his shirt are bigger, but he has stuff on the back of his arm, on his forearm, all kinds of stuff. And they made him cover it up. But, I mean, obviously it's going to come out. But to not cover it up after UFC and all these people, like, try to get you to do it, that says something.
So then it came out that he was beating up Andrea Lee and beating her up, like, bad. And then the girl that lives with them, who Andy Wynn, who I like her a lot.
Yeah, she goes out there and trains with them a
Trains
lot.
with them. And then she called the cops. And it was a whole thing. And the guy was drunk for a couple days, beating her up. Like, it's all bad.
Did you read the police report on that, too? It sounded horrible.
Yeah, it sounded like
burning her with cigarettes.
Or her,
and-
even Andy's like description of everything. It sounded horrible, and like, god dang.
One of the other charges too was false
Imprisonment, yeah.
imprisonment, or yeah.
Yeah.
I hope this guy goes to jail for a long time.
I even like the guy. I don't have anything against the guy,
You
but
met him?
yeah, I know him real well. But like, that's fucked up. I mean, I don't know.
I hope you don't like him anymore.
No, I like.
Hopefully him and War Machine are cellmates and they just
Yeah.
fucking fuck each other in the ass and beat each other
Yeah,
up
they
and-
beat people. And,
I mean, just bad. All bad. And I hope Andrea obviously divorces this guy. And
yeah,
and
she's
just-
young, and everybody was like, "What do you think's going to happen to her career?" Well, I'm like, it's going to go skyrocket now.
You think so?
Oh yeah, people are gonna be like, we're gonna help you. We're gonna,
don't
you know,
know.
we want you. They're gonna give her so much support and so much shit.
I don't know about that.
I think so.
Because she stayed with a guy that was obviously a horrible human being. It's not like a Chris
Yeah, but it
Brown.
wasn't public, so
Yeah. I
now
don't
it's
know.
public. Now
But
if she runs with it, she'll do.
Hopefully
It'll help her
hopefully
career.
she gets help and because I had her on the podcast. Seems like a nice girl.
Yeah, she's a super nice girl.
So that was big, and just stay away from. These
And he
fucking
runs
guys.
a lot of stuff, a lot of the MMA scene down there in Louisiana too. He's like the matchmaker, the guy that runs all the tickets, all the like.
Yeah,
Holy shit!
fucking-
You like fucked up a lot of stuff, and
Yeah,
it's just
the
crazy.
Grand
Now
Wizard.
everybody that was associated, all these promotions associated with him, like fuck.
Why do these guys get hot girls? Like why does the Grand Wizard get a fucking hot chick? Like how do these guys? Like I mean,
I
there's
think
so
he got
many-
her young.
there's
He got
so
her
many-
super young and helped her, and now here she is.
There's so many great guys out there who like can't get pussy, and then this guy has a swastika, and it gets Andrea Lee.
He's probably the bad boy of the town, so she's like, oh, that's sexy, you know, young
Oh.
girls.
Now,
I don't know.
you don't go for bad.
There's
girls.
not a lot of probably competition in Louisiana. They're like, what do I want to date, a loser or the bad boy? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
get in the car and drive out of state, away from
Yeah.
the Nazi guy.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
I saw her online a few months before this because people were posting pictures of those tattoos and stuff, and she was trying to make excuses like, well, he got some of this in prison, but he got out, and it's like, all right, well, if you're not proud of it, then get a tattoo over
Change
it.
it.
Cover it up. You know what I mean?
So many people were offering to pay, do free stuff, and
Yeah. I mean, and
that's crazy.
All bad. So the next big fight, UFC Fight Night. Can't wait for this. James Vick versus Justin Gaethje. That has fireworks. You know James Vick, right?
I do. I don't know him personally. Gaethje was at the Performance Institute when I was there.
Supposedly he's wrestling a lot. My insider scoop said he's wrestling a lot more for this camp. He probably figures Vick's biggest hole is wrestling. He was a boxer, this and that. I know James Vick. He's a friend of mine. Gaethje doesn't like me for some reason. I don't think. I don't really know Gaethje that well. If Vick wins, you got to give him a title shot next. I would assume, or at least a number 2 or 3 guy.
What weight class is it?
They're fighting at 155. But Gaethje.
Good luck getting a title shot. in
Yeah,
that
it's a good
weight
point.
division.
he'd have to jump a couple of people to get up top.
But he's beating guys left and right. His last fight, he beat Joe Duffy.
Yeah.
He's knocking dudes out.
No, he's at 11 right now, and Gaethje's at 5. Is that what's?
Is that what it is? I don't know. For a guy who doesn't have a podcast, you seem to know a lot. But whatever it is, give Vic.
He's
I know
married.
he got a title shot, but,
He has time to look.
but give the guy. I don't know. I think Vic's gonna win. I like Gaethje, but I think I wouldn't say been exposed.
He's a little reckless.
But all of a sudden, the blueprint on beating him has now come out. He didn't look. Eddie Alvarez, that fight was awesome, but Poirier took it to him.
Yeah.
And I think that Vic's striking is on par with Poirier, and I think he's long. The guy's like 6'3", I don't know.
giant.
He's
huge for 55.
I like Vic in
Gaethje's
this
a
fight.
wrestler.
Gaethje's an all-American wrestler.
Okay.
Who do you think wins this, Tanya?
I don't know.
If you had to date one of them, who would it be?
Which one could I top?
Both of them, probably.
I can't believe you've kissed one boy in your life in college, said ew, gross, and never went back.
See the stories he comes up with. I don't even know where
You
he
told
got
me that.
these.
You told me that.
I'm going with that story as well. I
No,
like all your stories.
You told me that. You said you kissed one guy in college and said this is gross and said I'm
No,
never
I
doing
kissed multiple guys in college, and they were all horrible.
it. I mean, what does it feel like? Does this feels like for you like you're kissing a sibling or something? Or?
Yeah, it's just they're horrible kissers. Ugh.
So now you're more of like a delicate, like a flower. Yeah, right. And then
Like when
guys-
you kiss your wife, and then think about kissing this guy.
Yeah, I'm a good kisser.
All right.
You'd be surprised, dude.
All right, Andre Philly versus Michael Johnson.
Seamless transition.
Michael Johnson versus Feely. That's going to be another war. Both these guys are
Yeah, Michael
reckless.
Johnson's good.
Michael Johnson, I hate to say it, but his fight IQ is like, ugh. He's winning every fight and then loses.
Yeah.
Who wins this fight? Tanya.
Wait, who's fighting?
Andre Feely versus Michael Johnson.
I don't know. Michael Johnson's definitely like that. He's up and down.
Better
He's
athlete.
always doing so good, and then ends up losing a stupid fight. God, every time I say somebody's gonna win, they lose. So I don't know if I'm a good judge.
Tyler?
I'm gonna go with Michael Johnson on that one. I agree with you. He's lost some fights that he probably should have won.
Yeah.
But the guys losing are like Darren Elkins, who's like
No, he's
impossible to
fought.
put
I
away.
think top competition. Things I usually look at is record and ranking, but also like strength of competition. And I think he's probably fought tougher guys.
And who wins, Vic or Gaethje?
I don't know. I was sort of leaning towards Gaethje because I just think he's such a handful. But
More well-rounded, maybe?
yeah, but I think the trade-off is, like I said, he can be a little bit reckless because we saw with Eddie Alvarez, he'll just wade in there and go guns blazing, and I think that's a recipe for a guy like Vic who could maybe keep him at distance
And his chin.
put him down.
His chin seems like it's going a little bit quicker than it should.
Yeah.
But, you take 4,000 punches.
Yeah, he's like gonna be punch drunk.
He already is punched.
Now,
drunk.
after that
God.
Cyborg fight, did your head... Because I sparred once in my life hard, once, and I had the worst fucking headache afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is not a good idea. How much did your head hurt after the Cyborg fight?
Oh, it didn't hurt. I didn't take very many punches in that fight.
Okay, so your body was
No,
fine?
Yeah, I was fine. I didn't have any damage. I just needed temple was what put me down.
Yeah. Now, after that night, did you lie down and did Bella, just go to town on you?
We were just friends then.
Oh, Bella,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, she was super rude at that point. We were just friends.
No, she had one of her other bitches over there.
My mom was in my room with me. My mom.
Hey,
Wait till she hears what you
Easy now.
called her.
Nice.
Other bitches.
I made all my cornermen stay in a tiny room. I got a big suite, and then I'm like, Mom, you can stay in my room with me because I had 2 beds and it looked like a freaking apartment.
Have you met her mom?
No, I have multiple times.
How long have you two been together?
For almost a year now.
Oh.
They're going to get married. They're going to get married. You need a wife. Keep you. That was the meanest. All right, I'm not saying his name again. Okay, so Angela Hill versus Courtney
What?
Casey. I think Angela Hill.
Me too.
Yeah.
Courtney Casey, although I got to give her credit, that fight with Felice Herrig, where she gave her the double birds in the middle of the fight, 2 middle fingers.
Oh, I didn't even see that fight.
And Felice is now fighting the Karate Hottie.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, who wins that fight?
Michelle Watterson.
Really?
Yeah.
Based on...
Talent.
Are you a Felice fan?
Yeah, I'm friends with Felice. I'm friends with most everybody. If they like me, I like them.
Right.
But yeah.
But you think she's got a little bit better...
Yeah.
Felice is engaged now. I think she's got a man.
Really?
Is that okay with you?
That's fine, dude.
Oh.
I mean,
He's upset.
Not really. I mean, I think Michelle Watterson is definitely.
Who'd you rather hook up with, Watterson or Felice?
Oh, Watterson, 100%.
Why
Felice
is
is
that?
probably more freaky.
You think so?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Watterson does seem like she'd be kind of like.
Felice would probably be like more wild.
We think she'd be like the Dom or like the.
I think she would start crying in
Submissive.
bed and throw shit at your head.
She probably headbutt
But she
you
might
a
be
couple
texting the whole
times.
time. I don't know. She could be on Instagram the whole
Yeah.
time. That's the other thing. I mean, she could be really bored, and she could make you wait till 5 a.m. to hit it with one of those girls. It's just you have to wait her out. Whereas I feel like the Karate Hottie, she's got kids, has to be in bed by 11. or 10.
Super
so
responsible.
You're having sex
Yeah.
by 9. You
Yeah.
know.
Maybe you could go for
probably
like
just put it between, like,
Angela
the
Lee because she probably
opening
has
in your
really low
shorts.
standards.
Who's that?
That's true, dude.
I said KGB Lee would be maybe more up his alley.
low
'cause
standards?
She's got really low standards, obviously.
That's
Yeah.
all I need, dude.
And she sounds like she's single.
Yeah, she sounds like. But then you're gonna have.
But I'm just saying, whoever dates her next probably looking to get murdered or something if her husband gets out.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Really? You probably would, right?
Yeah, I think he might be going crazy.
All right, Brian Barberena versus Jake Ellenberger.
Dude, Ellenberger looks like straight up Adolf Hitler in this picture, dude, they have on the UFC. You see it?
Does he
like his
really?
haircut. I don't know what's going on
speaking
there.
of which,
No,
right?
he looks like a conquistador. He's got like the swoop, but he's got the little goatee beard thing too.
Speaking of which, okay, so my wife gets these books, like famous women of history, right? All right, so I'm like, all right, I want to read to my kid, right? My kid's crying. I read to her. I pick out a book. It's Little People, Big Dreams, Anne Frank. Okay, there's nothing worse, sadder than reading an Anne Frank book to a kid.
Yeah.
Like literally, this was the book says. I'm not even kidding. I open a book. I'm like, oh, okay, this will be good. Anne was a little Jewish girl who was born in Germany, lived happy with her parents and her older sister in the city of Frankfurt. But when she was 4, an ugly man with a little black mustache became leader of her country. His name was Hitler. He hated the Jews and wanted them to disappear. I mean, this probably is not the best book to read to a...
That's a little heavy for a 2-week-old.
You think?
This is perfect
Maybe
time to
go
read
with,
that to her.
like,
She can't understand.
The Fuzzy Bunny.
Yeah.
And the Adventures of Puppy Town.
Horton Hears a Who or something instead.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, what other books they got? They got Amelia Earhart, who gets like stuck in the Bermuda Triangle, right? She's gone. They had Rosa Parks, who wouldn't leave her seat. I'm like, I mean, what next? Are they gonna have Casey Anthony's kid that she drowned, and like the girl that like John Benet Ramsey books? I mean,
Yeah.
this is not exactly a good book to be reading a 2-week-old, right? I mean,
Yeah, and these pictures are a little haunting.
yeah, I know. She has to wear a patch and go to a concentration camp.
Getting her started on history and stuff.
I guess, but it just seems like there's probably better books to read, like The Bunny that like likes, I don't know, milk or something. So yeah, it's rough. What did your parents read to you, Tanya?
I don't remember them reading me anything.
Really?
And I don't remember reading anything myself. I was like, sign this, say I read this and this and this, and my mom just did it.
There was no.
And then I
like-
was on the bus, and I'm like trying to question the smart kids on the bus about the book because I knew we had a report, and I didn't know a fucking thing that was in it. And I'm like, question them because I know if I ask them straight up, they're gonna be like, no, I ain't telling you nothing. So I'd be like, what do you think about this? Obviously,
So you would trick him into telling you?
yeah.
Your parents didn't even like Dora eats a taco, and that's why you're a
Yes,
lesbian.
we didn't know. Yeah, we
No,
didn't. Nothing.
All right. Okay.
No,
All
it
right.
was- it was just story time.
So
Who got on the
Ellenberger,
picks? Yeah, Ellenberger.
Ellenberger versus Barberena.
It's a good fight.
Man, I got to go for Jake. That's my boy. He needs a win. And I follow his Instagram, and he's training with Aaron Pico.
He's
and
at the gym today. Yeah,
and how does he look?
he wears spandex.
How's he? I mean, is he looking good though?
He sparred the same time I was sparring, so I'm not quite sure.
Who's he sparring against?
RDA, or was it RDA?
RDA?
Oh, maybe that ain't who. Yeah, that's who he sparred.
So
Yeah.
he looks good in practice, right?
Yeah.
Now, were you at the one with Matt Brown and at the performance that one? He was at Tito's gym today.
No, he's at Ruka.
Ruka. Okay.
Yeah.
That's Ellenberger.
All right. So So who do you like in this fight?
Dude, I don't know, but I think this is going to be an amazing fight. I really want Ellenberger to win
Yeah,
because
it's
like
gonna
his
be
last
blue.
few fights have gone very poorly.
Yeah.
You know, I feel so bad, especially for the Jorge Masvidal fight where his foot got stuck in the cage. And like,
Yeah.
he probably has the worst luck out of any fighter. Dude.
I know. All of a sudden, like a light will hit him in from the rafters, and like
Yeah.
fucking a pie. All of a sudden, like his foot got caught in the cage. I was at that fight. That was
Where?
It was in Vegas at the Palms. He was like doing good. He was hurt, Masvidal. He was doing okay. He got hurt real quick, and then he was doing okay. Then his foot got caught in the side of the cage.
Wait,
and
where'd
then-
it get caught? Under the bottom?
No, like in the
corner
side, like
between
in the crack.
where the mat meets the chain link.
Like his entire foot was inside of there and he couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
And they didn't
Stop.
stop it?
No, the guy just punched him in the head while his foot was in there. Yeah, it was really weird.
And they didn't overturn it or anything?
No.
That's so whack.
Yeah. I know. He's got to start like it's weird. It's like there's like a banana peel on the way to the octagon. It's fucking crazy. All right, so Eric Anders, my man, your boy from Alabama, college football player, 2-time like All-American, played for the CFL, is fighting Tim Williams. He should beat Tim Williams. Tim's He's 15-4. I think Eric should win. Any thoughts on that? All right, James Krause versus Warley Alves. Warley's the guy that beat Colby Covington, but then he's pretty good. But then he beat Alan Juban. Then he gets beat sometimes. He's fighting James Krause. You know Krause, right?
Yeah, he's from Kansas City.
You like Krause?
Yeah, we don't have any problems.
No problems?
I know him from, we went to the same high school, except for he was way younger than me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wrestled for a minute, but he didn't like the wrestling coach. The wrestling coach was too hard for him, so he quit.
Ah.
Yeah,
James, you're a big pussy. Okay. No, I'm kidding.
No,
All right.
but yeah.
All right. And then Mickey Gall is fighting again against George Sullivan, who got popped a couple times for stuff, but hopefully Mickey wins that. And then Drew Dober is taking on John Tuck. Tuck's from Guam. Dober's from around there, from Omaha. You guys seem very excited about this card. Thanks, guys.
This is a good ass.
A lot of
card,
names
dude.
that I don't keep up with the guys too much.
Yeah?
JoJo,
Yeah.
Joanne Calderwood,
Oh yeah, who's she fighting?
Kalindra Faria.
She's dating
Yeah.
John Wood right now.
Who is?
Joanne Calderwood. Yeah,
I thought he was married.
He was, and now he's dating.
That guy goes through so many girls. It's crazy.
I know. He's lost more. Yeah, he's.
He's married with a kid, ain't he? They're
Yeah.
still married. They have to be still married.
I know he's with Joanne Calderwood, and he's also training her.
She was at the Performance Institute.
Yeah, well, she's performing for John Wood right now.
Yeah.
I like John Wood a lot, but last night PFL was pretty good. Kayla Harrison, 2-time gold medalist in judo, 145, looked pretty good. I don't know who they had fighting her. She was
Wait, she fought at 145?
yeah, she's a minus 900 favorite last night and looked every minute of it. But she kicked her ass. This girl's good. She's legit. Trains over at American Top Team.
Joanne's bigger than I thought. I seen her at the...
Who, Kayla?
No, Joanne.
Oh, yeah, Calderwood.
Calderwood, yeah.
Now, I think she needs about 6 more fights, and then she might be the one to take on Cyborg. After 6 more fights.
Who?
Kayla Harrison.
Oh.
2-time gold medalist in judo. Best American judo player we've ever had.
What do you think she
Female.
hits Cyborg with judo?
She's big, and she's strong as fuck.
Nice.
But her striking is needs some
Holly
work.
sat in there on that single leg for a long time. She knew how to finish it. You know what I mean?
Who did?
Holly, when she fought Cyborg.
Yeah.
She hung in that single leg forever. She just didn't know how to finish it.
So, and then tonight, big Bellator event, Darian Caldwell, who was a national champion, beat Brett Metcalf, one of my favorite. He's taking on Noad Lahat from Israel. Even though he's a Jew, I'm still rooting for Caldwell because I like the guy. And then James Gallagher, who's they're calling him the next McGregor. He's 7-0. He's fighting Ricky Bandejas. Bellator's got to start matching up better people. I get it. I get they want to build these guys up, and they're doing it with the. They have a really cool.
They're not promoting them, though, right?
No, and
I still don't know anybody.
You don't know Darian Caldwell, do you?
No.
And he's one of the best in the world.
Yeah.
You mean you think they're feeding their top guys like lower level competition? Or?
I know they are, and they have, and like James Gallagher,
Michael Venom Page.
Michael, yeah, but the good thing is they have that tournament now. That's going to be a good ass tournament.
Oh, I miss the way you say tournament.
Yeah. So that was that. What's some other MMA news?
Well, I got some breaking news right here.
Tell me.
So we know Donald Cerrone, he's a fan of the show. I'm sure he is.
Yes.
He's going to be fighting Mike Perry, obviously.
Yes.
But 20 minutes ago, Cowboy came out on Instagram and he said that he almost died today in a cave diving accident.
Oh well,
God,
I'm
that
happy, I'm happy he's taking training very seriously.
That's a typical Friday for.
Yeah.
So cave diving.
Did he go down on your girlfriend?
I don't know, but I don't think he can survive that, dude.
Okay, that would be a terrible cave
Can't
dive.
see in those waters.
All right, go on.
Cave diving meaning there's a cave somewhere and there's like an underground thing where you go underground with like scuba gear and you have like a rope.
Or maybe you don't go with any scuba gear.
That
Maybe he
dude's
thought he could
always
hit the
like-
pockets. He's crazy.
Flipping a boat or crashing
Yeah.
a jet ski.
I mean,
or-
what is he doing?
But
Like,
apparently,
He's living life, Adam.
Is that what he's doing?
Goodness
That's what he's
gracious.
doing.
All right.
Do you want to read this, like in quotes, right there? That's what he said.
Says, today I can honestly say I'm happy to be alive. We had a catastrophic worst case scenario on our dive. Total silt out. Oh, what silt means. I lost the cave line and lost my buddy. Couldn't see my own hands. It was the scariest moment today in my life. He's got like a 2-week-old daughter, by the way. I remember kissing Danger and Lindsay. I guess that's his names, Danger and Lindsay, and saying, "I'll see you soon. Don't worry, Daddy's coming home." Told the Grim Reaper, Not today, motherfucker. I'm figuring this the fuck out and coming home.
So
Goodness.
he was scuba diving. Is that what they're
Yeah,
saying?
it's
So he's in an
underwater.
underground cave. Silt is like really fine sand,
Yeah.
like sand, like
Yeah.
dirt. So it sounded like it was like a blackout, like he couldn't
Why not
see.
just go home and hang out with the kids and, like,
And read Anne Frank books, you know?
Or,
Yeah.
or ride the boat or something. There's so many dangerous things he already does.
I get it. He lives on the edge, and that's his thing. But come on, man. We need you.
When we fought on
Cowboy.
214, him and his whole crew came in like motorcycles and Harleys and stuff. And the guys on the bus from the UFC are like, "Oh man, Dana better not see this. Can't be
It's
doing that
crazy.
shit." Yeah.
It's crazy. Now, by the way, I got to get your opinion. Who wins, Khabib or Conor?
Could be.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though he has his chin straight up in the air and goes straight forward, and Conor is right there to hit him.
Khabib's a stud, yo. Although he did lose his money man,
Who's the money man?
his big sponsor, that guy that got. I guess he's
Ali?
I don't know who it is, but he's in jail for money laundering or whatever. They got him for big time, but that's the guy who's been paying for everything for him. So yeah, it was on some kind of news, MMA news.
Wow. Okay. But you still think he beats Conor?
Yeah.
Without hesitation.
Tyler.
Didn't see. I mean,
Everywhere I go is like different. You guys over here are like Connor, and then I go to another state and they're like Khabib, and they're like everybody's like the same in the same areas.
Bella, who do you
Same
think's going to
thing.
win?
I have no idea.
Nice. Okay.
Here's the thing. I think one of the major factors in the fight is whether or not McGregor gets to bring the dolly.
Oh, come on.
If he gets the gets the dolly,
Yeah.
then he's no.
Nate Diaz beat him on the ground. Decently
did.
easy when he got him on the
See,
ground.
That's the thing is, I mean, he's got great striking, timing. He's good at working distance and keeping that. And if he can keep Khabib from coming in or catch him while he's coming in, then I think Conor. But if Khabib gets a hold of him, like we saw Nate, was able to put him on his back and rough him up. And I just don't think as I used to wrestle, not at at super high level, but I just think with that level of wrestling pedigree, I don't care how much Conor's been wrestling.
You can't catch up.
Who he's brought in to train. I saw he brought in
Jordan.
Jordan.
That wasn't
yeah.
true, though.
Oh, but
Yeah.
regardless, you can't catch up with a
Yeah.
dude like Khabib. So I think if he gets him on the ground,
If
but
he
I mean,
does, I just worry that it seems like his striking, it just puts his chin up.
I agree with that.
Conor put out so many guys with one punch. Aldo, 8 seconds. Poirier, quickly. Drop Nate Diaz.
You think his stand-ups changed though since he did that boxing match? He obviously had to change it a little bit, his movement and how he throws and this and that.
I hope so. And all that time,
So maybe he
wasn't
won't be
training
like
wrestling.
trying to reach for that punch. He'll be like inside trying to. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
think Khabib's
worry
got
that he
it.
hits so hard, and Khabib's chin has never been hit that hard. At the same time, if he gets him to the ground, and he's got great people at AKA, and they're going to tell him exactly what they think Conor's going to do.
Has Khabib ever been dropped?
No.
I don't think he's ever been rocked, has he?
Michael Johnson hurt him a little bit.
He got him with a good punch.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll tell you something. Guys, let's talk about sex. Good sex. Okay? Now you can increase your performance to get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up, people. BlueChew.com. That's blue, like the color blue. And they bring you the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. So you know they work. Tyler, you're old. You're getting up there, man. All right? Listen, you can make them anytime. Take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they're chewable, they work twice as fast as a pill. Listen, you take a Viagra, you got to wait 30, 35 minutes, 45 minutes. By that time, the girl might run away. Who knows? She might say, I'm not into this anymore. Or not run away, but just not be into you anymore. Okay? I'm not saying that you're holding people hostage. But listen, BlueChew.com is prescribed online and shipped straight to your door in a discreet package. So no in-person doctor visit, no waiting in the pharmacy, and best of all, no more awkwardness. You go to the doctor, they're like, what are you here for? And you got to make up, I have SARS or whatever you're going to make up. Prescribed online, shipped straight to you, and they make it in the USA. And since Blue Chew prepares and ships direct, they're cheaper than a pharmacy. Right now, we got a special deal for our listeners. Visit BlueChew.com to get your first shipment free when you use our special code MMA. Just pay $5 for shipping. It's nothing. It's BLUEChew.com, promo code MMA. Try it for free. It's the better, cheaper, faster choice. And we can thank them for sponsoring the podcast. What's up?
I was going to give you my take on the boner pills.
What's that?
I've never understood why guys get prescriptions for boner pills, because I understand why like some guys need it. It seems like never in my life have I been that confident about when the sex is going to happen. Like
Yeah.
you said, what happens if you take the pill and then you say something stupid or insensitive, like, you know, you occasionally can.
Yeah,
and then
on a daily basis.
You know, she changes her mind and she's like, I don't even want to talk to you. And then you're like, you know, you got a 4-hour problem on your hands. And, you know, you're like, all right, I guess I'll just, I need some alone time. So
Yeah.
we'll do that. But I've always thought women should get the prescription and then administer the pill as necessary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Break it into their drink.
There
Good
you
point.
go. Right?
That's a good point.
One
right?
time-
You come home from a show, right? Your wife's waiting for you. She's like, here, take this. You're like, thank you, I will. And then
It's
in
for your headache.
Then in like 20 minutes, you're like, here, take this. And she's like, thank you, I will.
So Jessica I called Sahara Eubanks a cum dumpster on Twitter. I guess Sahara called her out, and she said, "Okay, my little cum dumpster."
Nice.
She's gay, ain't she?
Yeah, and I think she is gay,
Yeah.
and that's kind of weird that she called her a cum dumpster.
I guess, I mean, whatever.
I guess if you call Magana that or something. But
yeah,
like,
yeah, definitely Magana.
I mean, but I don't think Magana is as freaky. As,
I just seen some article today where she's releasing more of her nude pictures and this and that. Trying to stay relevant.
if you gotta release your own nudes, it's
Yeah.
bad.
I just given my buddy, can you like release these on accident?
But now, Belle, do you send her nude pics or?
Yes. I can get her to send me nude pics.
Nobody wants to see this nude.
Tanya, that's not
I'm
true.
like turning the lights off if we're having sex.
Me too, dude.
What you would see her nude?
No, I would turn the lights off.
Oh.
If, like, if I'm
Thanks a lot, you dick.
no, I'm saying for me, I turn the lights off when I have
I
sex.
think a lot of guys would like to see you. That's bullshit. All right, that's not true. Husama Paul Harris is fighting Craig Jones tomorrow.
Dude.
Have you seen a picture of him?
Dude.
You see a picture
How does
of
he
Paul
fit
Harris?
through any doorway?
What?
How does he fit through any doorway?
He's doing jiu-jitsu, but yeah, he's
Oh.
huge. I mean,
You mean like huger than he used to be?
dude, he must have like tripled up on the steroids. Like, I mean, it's beyond. He's so big. Can you get a picture? I know it's on what's her name, Angela Hill's. I mean, what's the point? You're doing jiu-jitsu. Why do you gotta be that big? I never understood like people that take steroids for jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Because they can. I know, like in Houston, all the jiu-jitsu guys are always buying steroids from my buddy.
Does it hurt? I mean, does it help you that much? I feel like
I don't know.
technique is more important than
I don't understand it. I could see like not really great for MMA because you know Pride. You always see all them guys are on steroids and they all just like great first rounds, but you know.
Wasn't gonna tire you? I figured it would tire out your muscles.
Right, I would too.
But yeah, no, he is so big. It's that, and then Al Iaquinta.
You're obviously laying around most of the time, so maybe it's the only way you can get raged enough to like win a match.
or get someone to. I mean, look, this guy, Tyler.
I can't find it.
I've never liked that dude. He just seems like a goon to me. He seems like he's out to hurt people. Like, how many fights has he held on to like a joint, like an arm bar or something too long, or like or a heel hook too long? Like, he's just a goon.
Yeah, no, he is. Yeah, and it's sad because he actually. Okay, so here's a picture of him.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like here.
How can you finish anything?
Like, I mean,
Dude,
Yeah.
he looks like
It's insane.
yeah, he looks like CGI Hulk or
it's
something.
next level, right? I mean, what's the? He's doing that for a jiu-jitsu tournament.
Yeah, and then
All the jiu-jitsu guys are on roids, dude. Serious, they all are.
I hung out with AJ Amazon, by the way, last week, who happens to be a really cool guy, and he keeps calling out. I think he wants to go against Dylan Dennis. Oh, Kevin Lee and Dylan Dennis.
Yeah.
Basically, Kevin Lee went on a podcast, said that he was destroying Dylan Dennis, caught him in a reverse triangle, and now Dennis said, "Listen, you put up $100,000, I'll put up $100,000. We'll do it on Instagram Live, winner takes all in jiu-jitsu, in a grappling." Who do you think wins that?
Well, I would charge $5 to watch it, so they ain't doing it for free, so they try to win some of their money back.
Well, no. Yeah, maybe. I mean, that's what you're thinking. But who do you think wins?
future
though?
promoter here.
Yeah.
Who do you think wins?
I don't know either one of them.
All right. You?
It's hard to say, dude. I mean, Dylan Dennis, I think he lost to Gary Tonin
Yeah,
in like
but-
EBI.
Of course.
So I know Kevin Lee. He's freaking bulky. He's a thick boy. It's hard to say because
He's a blue belt, but he's got college level wrestling, and he's insanely athletic.
choked out Michael Chiesa. Well, not
Wait,
choked
so
out.
what
Yeah.
belt is the other guy?
Black belt under, I think, Marcelo Garcia. But he's Conor McGregor's jiu-jitsu coach.
Oh.
But athlete's way more athletic and is a college wrestler and is under Drysdale. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I would assume Dylan Dennis wins.
I feel like belts don't mean shit anymore. Everybody's getting belted by all these turds. They don't mean nothing.
I think if it was like, if it's sport jiu-jitsu where it's for points, I think Kevin wins. It takes him down and holds him. If it's submission only, maybe
They'll
Dylan
stalemate.
wins because he'll go some kind of a weird heel hook or something. Or for $100,000, is it worth it?
It's like one of them old UFC fights, UFC 101, where they go until somebody wins.
Yeah.
An hour later.
Right. If it's right. Is there time limits or not? If it's time limits, maybe Kevin could just take him down and just hold him.
Yeah. Position it out. Yeah.
So that's now. What are your thoughts on Greg Hardy? So Greg Hardy, Dallas Cowboy football player, kicked out of the NFL for beating his girlfriend, but supposedly she retracted it or something else. But some shit went down where
She wasn't going to make any money if he went to jail.
I don't know exactly what happened. I do know he got kicked out of the NFL for it. Now, Dana White, they welcomed him on the Contender Series. He's been
See, that's so
training
weird because UFC seems like they're like so against it as soon as they hear anything. Remember when they dropped Tito for that stuff with Jenna and then she took it back and he got his job back?
He's training at ATT
before they even asked questions.
And they're saying, listen, we're about redemption, and he didn't get convicted of anything, but he got charged. And now people like Jesse Jess or Rowdy Beck, who are people who've domestic violence victim, a lot of people actually are like, fuck this, we can't support this guy.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Same. Yeah. I don't know. I'd feel the same. I think that, I don't know. God, it's a hard situation.
It seems like in a lot of industries, not just the fight game, but when you see that there's enough talented people that you could potentially, that's not even a good word, potentially, but there's enough talented people that you don't have to book questionable people.
Yeah.
You just go, you know what? We're on the fence about this guy. There's a ton of other talented heavyweights that we could bring in, or whatever weight class. And I feel the same thing. It's like in so many other industries, like, you know, with comedy or entertainment, sometimes people go, that guy's funny, but he's kind of a dick. Well, don't book him.
1,000,000%.
Book someone who's funny and nice.
100%.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to run off his fame from being a football star, though. You know what I mean?
They
Just
are.
like the Punk deal.
But it's the wrong kind of fame. Punk could say what you want about him. He was a straight edge guy. Seemed like a model citizen. Like, nothing really. I mean, what can you say about him when you start beating up women?
I just mean like for like his.
No, 100% they're trying to do that, and you know, and they also believe in second chances. But let's say they sign him, and let's say now again he does it again. He beats up a girl. 'Cause a lot of these guys do it again. Now he's UFC fighter, domestic violence guy.
Yeah.
Versus just
That looks
NFL
horrible.
player. It's like what's the upside here?
Yeah.
He's not that good. You know, let him
fight for Bellator.
Yeah. Yes. 1,000%. So now Jimmy Manawa is taking on Thiago Santos. Now, did Paige Van Zandt fart on Ariel Helwani's show? People are saying that maybe she farted. If she did, who cares?
I
right?
see that, dude.
Sickening.
Hot.
You think it's hot when girls fart?
I mean, sure, because it's like taboo, dude. I love taboo shit,
Yeah.
like incest porn.
All right. Thanks. That's
Just like stuff that like normal people would be
He's
like.
the one that
super
holds the
grossed out.
window up when like everybody else farts. Not him, but everybody
Wait,
else. He
you
keeps
like
it in there for
incest
himself.
porn?
I mean, not like real incest porn, but like implied, like maybe like,
Like stepmom.
yeah, like stepmom.
so you're the guy
son.
watching that?
Yeah, dude.
See, I hate that because first of all, I never wanted.
He
to
knows
bang
it
my
ain't real.
stepmom.
Yeah.
And-
He knows that ain't that guy's sister, but still.
Well, even that, but I just don't like when someone's like, "Hey, stepmom, come here." It just like it grosses me
Yeah.
out a little bit.
Yeah.
You, Tyler?
It's weird.
And it's every category now. Like you go on like UJizz or
Yeah.
Eskimo Tube or X Hamster, and the first like 19 ones are like you have
Watch
to-
my stepsister
like,
masturbate.
guy fucks.
Yeah.
And you're like, come on! I had to scroll.
Yeah.
Through, yeah. And
I think the problem is.
He's like, I'm the one. That's the reason it's number one.
It's these darn stepbrothers. They gotta lock the door because they keep getting caught jerking off, and then
that's the problem.
That's
now,
what
now,
happens.
now, a lot of guys like lesbian porn. Did you guys watch straight porn?
I don't watch lesbian.
You watch straight porn.
that's an interesting twist.
And you?
Yeah, I watch whatever.
You like
I
straight
watched
porn?
it all. Yeah, I watched
That-
it all.
but the dick doesn't
She always
gross you
gets on
out?
there, and as soon as you hit search, she's like, "You've been watching porn?"
Oh.
No, I haven't. That was from
No,
a
but
long
that's
time
interesting.
ago.
So in the way that like a straight guy would watch, I don't know, would watch two girls. You think there's like gay or lesbian people that watch straight
Well, we're just
porn? Like,
talking-
Listen, that's where I
Right
get
on
my
our couch.
moves. You know what I mean?
I know.
The strap-on's a new thing for me. No, I'm just kidding.
So yeah, so you went into that. Now I did notice on a couple of your pictures that you don't shave the bush, right? You keep it natural,
What?
No, I keep it trimmed up.
trimmed up. Yes. Now, do you tell her to shave all the way, or do you like it when?
Yeah, that's a big problem. We didn't date at the beginning because she had this bush.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll
got
never
it.
date a girl with a bush, and then look at me now. Obviously, it's just more like a landing strip, really wide landing strips for like two planes.
Yeah.
But, you know,
737.
yeah.
But that was how you were getting a lot of work, though, right? Like a lot of people.
Yeah, it's
are
better
into,
for
like-
her industry, yeah.
Yeah.
I personally like it. It doesn't matter.
It's grown on me, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes. Gotcha. Now, have you ever come up and you had a beard, or no?
It's getting so long right now, I feel like it can like actually strangle me.
Nice. No, man, I dated a Persian girl. We weren't in a relationship,
Yeah.
but we just went on a few dates, and I tried to finger blast her like one time or maybe two times, and her bush was so hairy and thick, it went like from the top of her belly button all the way down to like her back.
Yeah,
No.
see,
A diaper of hair.
yeah, see, she's all shaved
Yes.
except for like this strip thing.
It was a diaper of hair.
Dude, it's like I tried to put my finger inside of her vagina, and like a whole glop of hair would just go in with my finger. I was like, this
like,
is
got in
not
between?
enjoyable. Yeah, it would be all go inside of her vagina with my finger.
And then what did you do?
Fucked her.
Nice. No, I didn't fuck her because I think she was a virgin too.
Yeah.
I was like kind of like, I mean, I like a hairy bush, but not to the extent where I'm like super like confused on what's going on down
Now,
there.
but Joe likes to watch transgender.
He's like, don't be as
porn.
hairy as me.
I did watch some transgender porn.
No, you guys aren't into transgender.
No.
Watch it.
You do watch it?
I've watched it a couple times.
She's into all that they them stuff.
Gay boy porn before too.
Gay boy porn?
Yeah, just like gay girl porn.
If I've ever clicked on that by accident, I start laughing. I'm like, oh god, that looks painful. That looks terrible.
Accident.
Yeah, that's horrible. I guess I have to watch it for the 3 hours.
He's like, go to my hidden files.
So, now, all right. So people are talking about Henry Cejudo versus T.J. Dillashaw.
I think TJ's got that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Now,
He's just super smart, well-rounded fighter. Just,
now, do you think he hurts him or do you think he outpoints him?
I think he hurts him. I think he beats his ass.
Really?
Yeah.
But Cejudo's never got his except for that one time.
Well, Cejudo's also not made weight most of his career, so he's also fought smaller dudes.
You don't like Cejudo, huh?
No.
Why?
He's also a woman beater.
really?
Yes.
What?
Absolutely. Yeah, he used to date one of my friends. Not going to say her name, but she was also a high-level national team member. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
I'm no longer a
Yeah, I don't-
Cejudo fan.
Yeah, I
Fuck
don't like
that
that
guy.
guy
His
at
head is
all.
about as big as this couch, dude. He has
Yeah.
the biggest head I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, I think the woman beater kind of takes precedent over
Yeah.
that.
And she was a super good. She is still a super good girl. Yeah, I
Fuck
can't believe
that.
it.
Fuck this dude.
Is that set? Is he coming up to 35 or?
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I think
TJ's
he's gonna-
going down. TJ's
Yeah.
going down to 125.
Oh no way. TJ
Yeah, that's
can
what
make.
he said.
No way he can make 25. They should meet in the middle.
It's weird. I think TJ wants to go down and Cejudo wants to go up because I feel like,
I tell him to come up. Come on up.
but I do feel like that secures their title. Like if Cejudo goes up to 35, yeah, I'm still a 25-pound champion. And if Dillashaw goes down, even though he got beat by 25-pounder, well, I guess now he loses the 35 also, right?
Well, Cejudo cuts a ton, right?
Yeah.
So maybe Dillashaw thinks he'll have an
Just
easier-
now, he just now started cutting. Before
Yeah.
he just chose not to make weight.
yeah, I was gonna say maybe Dillashaw thinks he has an advantage that if he has an easier cut than Cejudo, and versus Cejudo going up and have more weight. But I like Dillashaw either way.
Yeah.
Like you said, I think he's such I think a
strong
technically
everywhere.
sound fighter, and his striking has looked fantastic the
I'll
last.
tell you, man, there was a guy named Alp who was this fighter, a really good fighter from Turkey,
Yeah, I know who that guy
and
is.
nice guy. He came out here from Long Island.
Also, don't like him. He also beats up women.
No, really?
Yes.
Alp does?
Yes. He used to beat up his ex.
Really?
Yeah. You
It's
know
almost like these guys think fighting solves everything.
Wow.
a lot of them are just violent. Yeah, I don't think Alp's a good person in general.
All right, well, I'm not
I
going to
think
tell
he
that
hates
story.
Americans.
Really?
Yes.
Because he came out here and needed a job, and I called TJ, and TJ got him a gig, and then now he's at the body shop.
Yeah.
I had no idea any of this. I got to start calling you before I help people.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's why I say people tell me all this information. I'm like, really?
All right, well, there was a guy
Yeah.
named Barney, a dinosaur. Anything about him?
No, I didn't know.
Damn, fuck these guys. All right, so bare knuckle boxing. Have you been watching this?
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's on the rise.
It's on the rise.
Somebody hit me up about some girls to fight Beck for her last one. But I don't know. They were paying like 8 and 8. So
8 and 8? Do bare knuckle?
8,000. Yeah,
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, UFC's paying 10 and 10.
Yeah. I thought it went up to 12 and 12 right now.
Would
It
you
is
do
12,
it? You
12.
seem like the type of person that would be like.
Yeah, I would brawl. Yeah.
No,
I
please
think-
don't do it.
Well, it's just boxing though. That also sucks because I like to.
Your
I'm like
wrestling is so good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like an MMA fighter, so that's why this sport is so good for me.
They
So I like to
they
brawl,
should
but I
have-
like the whole
They should have
round.
bare knuckle MMA.
That would be badass.
I mean, why not?
Then
Just
you
do
don't have
that.
the gloves getting in your way of grappling.
Yeah.
I mean,
Beat the shit
is
out
that
of
the next
people.
thing?
Yes.
Why not have bare knuckle MMA?
Let's start that shit.
Well, it's,
Seriously, right? If bare knuckle boxing goes big, just have bare
We'll just
knuckle
go to
MMA.
the States. We'll just piggyback everywhere the bare knuckle goes, and we're like, what you let it do with boxing?
I mean, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
it can't be any
Yeah.
less savage than that.
I was gonna say that'd be kind of just things coming full circle because it started out.
Yeah.
You know,
bare knuckle, yeah.
no gloves, and then
Yeah, that's true.
They made these, they made weight classes and time limits and gloves and all these things to make it more marketable and
Yeah.
safer and all
Yeah.
that, and then to go back just kind
And
of
they just
seems
let
like
them wrap their hands back then. I remember the guy that in the first UFC, the guy won all the way till the finals. Then he had broken his hand, so he couldn't fight the finals. So they
Keith,
just brought in. They brought in
Hackney?
some. God, yeah, something like
He
that.
broke. Was that the guy? He broke his hand on that
Big giant.
sumo dude.
Yeah.
Emmanuel Yarborough.
Yeah.
And then, so he didn't get to go in the finals, and they brought in a guy. They had an alternate, and the guy came in fresh, and everybody else had fought and been beat up, but this guy came in fresh and ended up winning it.
I remember that. I
nuts.
watched those first few ones.
So Phil Baroni is taking on Chris Lieben
Oh
in
shit!
bare knuckle
Phil
boxing.
Baroni.
Is that this upcoming card?
No,
'Cause I didn't see
that's the
of-
one in September.
I've been wondering what Chris Lieben's going to be doing. You know,
Well, he's fighting Phil Baroni. Who do you think wins that in bare knuckle?
Does bare knuckle have USADA?
Chris.
No, absolutely fucking
What
not.
has
Phil's probably in better shape still, but I would think this is Chris's kind of fighting.
Chris has
Yeah.
the hardest head in the history
Yeah.
of heads.
I was gonna say,
But Phil Baroni hits so fucking hard.
does he still? When was the last time Phil fought?
He
or
fought
Lieben
a couple
fought?
months ago.
Did he?
In King of the Cage and won in 12 seconds.
I was gonna say he always had incredible hand speed. How did he look fast? Did he look?
The thing about bare knuckle boxing, it's actually, they say it's not about hand speed because you could break your hands.
No,
real
I know.
quick.
They fight
It's about,
differently.
it's about
like-
placement, but none of these guys know that. They're just going crazy.
Brawl.
So bare knuckle boxing. I know what's name's doing it. My friend, who my buddy is doing it. He's fighting Charles Crazy Horse Bennett.
Oh my
No,
god.
Or who goes by Andrew Yates is fighting him. He goes by Felony. So that's
I can't believe he's still fighting.
Do you think? What's your take on it? Do you think that people are like fighters think that this is more of like a spectacle, or because like I people that I'm fans of, like I worry. You want to see people get busted up. And with bare knuckles, it's like the likelihood
That's
that you're-
exactly what I want to see. People get
Like, get
busted
cut up and all
yeah,
that.
just get beat the shit out of.
I don't know. I enjoy the violence of MMA and the craziness of it, but I'm not like one of those like blood. Like I
Yeah.
don't. I
no,
don't
but
wanna
it is
see
something
that.
kind of cool about it. Chris
Yeah.
Lytle is taking on Drew Lipton. I don't know who Drew Lipton is. You? Chris Lytle, we know.
I like Chris
Yeah.
Lytle. Where's that guy been at? Is he just go? He
I think it's great for all these guys that have been out though.
I know,
This
he-
gives them somewhere to go, and brawl it out.
But that's what I'm saying. Do you feel like
So
it's
here's the card.
like a last ditch thing? Like I mean,
It's-
obviously Baroni
I
and
think the sport's
Lieben.
come so far. Like all the fighters are so much more well-rounded, and like they just got so many more skills that these older fighters they just can't compete. So they're still in their training. They're still in there doing
Yeah.
something. And this is like something where they can still compete, kind of at their level. In
Yeah.
a
And
sense.
And the bare knuckle
Not-
boxers will
yeah,
tell you
it's
it's like
nuts.
safer actually.
Well,
according
I
to
kn-
them, it's Kendall Grove against Bruce Abramsky. I don't
Oh,
know.
Kendall Grove, yeah, he just
He-
disappeared off the scene.
He was just in Bellator. Joey Beltran's fighting, who's the Executioner, and then are these your girls?
Wait, so he's still in Bellator? Yeah, I know. Christina Ferrer fought on Invicta.
Is she good?
She's a brawler.
Um,
I think what kept her out is her wrestling, lack of wrestling and stuff. Obviously,
Yeah, didn't she beat up what's her name really bad? Didn't she beat up the beautiful girl from Hawaii? Didn't she fuck that
yeah.
girl up?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
but
talking
I wouldn't-
about?
Yeah, I wouldn't say she fucked her up, but
I saw
Yeah.
it. It was pretty bad. That girl who's like, she looks like a pinup girl. She was on The Ultimate Fighter. Rachel Ostovich.
Ostovich, yeah.
Yeah, I like her. She's a cool chick.
yeah. Hey, so she fought on this one card, and I was like, obviously she fought on Invicta when I was there, but she had a lot of hype behind her, and I wasn't like too like, I didn't think anything of her. But she fought in this one card, and she got cut so bad on her eyebrow, and so they bring her in the back, and I was like the main event on that card, so I was last to fight or whatever. And they bring her back, and they just sewed her ass up right there. I was like, dang.
I like her. Her father was a fighter
super
too.
Awesome.
Her father was a fighter too.
Her brother and
her
her husband.
Hawaiians are just tough people.
Yeah, they are.
Like they're just tougher. They're like Americans and Samoans combined. They're just like tough.
Yeah.
You know.
You ever watch like on YouTube or like World Star? You see like these street fights, and whenever it's like you immediately like if it's like two Hawaiians, you're like, oh, this is going to be like a high level. They're like in the street, like doing.
Back in the day, though, they were like
and
when we went over there for Lead XC and stuff. They were like the fighters to me that were like a little step ahead of everybody. Like their fighting was a little bit better, and then now it seems like they're stuck on an island and they ain't getting like the all around training that everybody else can just travel all over the U.S. and get.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, like I'm looking at Max Holloway. Look how high level. Now, okay, so UFC, the new Ultimate Fighter, which I think is going to be on Fight Pass, is now going to have heavyweight men and 145-pound women. I believe they're trying to get a girl to fight Cyborg. But the girls they picked, I don't know why they didn't pick, what's her name, Cindy Dandois.
They didn't pick a lot of girls that
Cindy,
like
I think,
bigger
would've been
name
fine.
girls. They picked
You
a
fought
lot
Cindy,
of
right?
Yeah.
You killed her.
Yeah,
But
killed her.
but they picked Penny Kanzad.
Yeah, she's not even the 45-pounder.
And
I think that they're getting. This is what I think. I think they're kind of waiting, and maybe that. I think the weight class is going to go away. If Cyborg leaves, the weight class is going away. That's how I feel. So these girls are either going to transition back down to 35 or whatever.
So who's out of these girls? I don't know a lot of these girls, but Katharina Leher, you know her?
What's her?
Invicta girl, Katharina Leher.
how old is Cyborg?
By the way, do you still have the Invicta belt?
32? Yeah, hell yeah.
Katharina Leher, Penny Kanzan, Larissa Pacheco.
Pachenko.
Who are these people?
Larissa Pachenko had fought, I want to say, on UFC already, but she was a 35-pounder. She hadn't done very good at all. I don't know where they got these girls, like why they picked these girls. They let out a lot of girls to me that were like a lot better. They just, I don't know.
Were you at the tryouts?
No. I literally thought they weren't going to have it because some people put some stuff like no 45ers made it. None of them even made it, and I didn't make it. So I thought they pulled the whole weight class.
I mean, I like Penny, but she has.
I don't think they're looking for anybody really to fight
Cyborg.
Cyborg.
At 135. I mean, you killed her at 135.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
I don't know what
thinking.
45 is. The girls are so much bigger.
Yeah.
To bring also to. I mean, I get that sort of.
They're just trying to get in UFC. They want that payday. They want that. They think they're going to get that TV time. Maybe get famous.
But to me, that's bringing in a new talent and throwing them to the wolves. If you take someone,
I mean, from the fucking Godzilla.
Yeah,
Well,
but
you-
I don't think any of them girls will fight Cyborg. To be honest, I really don't. I think that they're
They
all going to
shouldn't.
fight each other, get a bunch of little fights, and they're all about the same level. So
I think you gotta. I mean, as a promotion, I think you'd want to build some newer talent up a little bit to get some experience. But also, out of respect for like a champ, I feel like you got to earn a fight with the champ.
Yeah.
Like you should have to kind of.
But you as a champ, though, like when I was champ for Invicta for so long, it sucked because I didn't have anybody to fight. And they're like, well, I'd be like, that girl's begging to fight me. I'll fight every single person in my weight class. It doesn't matter. And they're like, no, the commission won't allow it. This won't, that girl's had a 50-50 record, this and that. And I'm like, she's talking shit. Let me
Well,
fight
why
her.
don't they just make 150 women's heavyweight? Right? We'll call that heavyweight.
I think if they put all these girls in and they actually left the weight class, then you'd have all the girls that are dropping down to 45. They'd have a reason to go back.
But if
like
you
dropping
put
down to
all these
35
girls
in.
against Cyborg at the same time.
Oh, I don't think any of them girls
At
are going
the
to
same-
fight
at
Cyborg.
the same time
But at
against
least you'll
Cyborg.
have an order of a ranking.
But how do you think, honestly, they would do if you put like 3 of these girls against Cyborg at the same time? Like if you put Penny, Leah Letzen, and Mary.
I don't know if Penny could beat herself up.
And like Katrina Leher against Cyborg. I mean, is that what? But like, why not make heavyweights 150, right? So put Cyborg at 150 and have her fight Gabby Garcia.
Yeah.
And have her fight women that are like huge, because she'll still beat Gabby Garcia.
Yeah. They won't fight. They're besties.
Have you ever trained with Gabby?
No. Oh, no. That'd be like me training with Tito.
Yeah. No, Gabby. Now you
Paul
would.
Horace.
Now you would sleep
It's
with
a
Gabby,
finger.
right?
Finger
Dude,
blaster.
I'd
You finger
be
blaster.
terrified the entire time. I'd be like shaking.
But you would though.
I mean,
She would
yeah,
definitely top you.
I'd be embarrassed
Why?
because she's a giant woman, dude.
And he didn't
So?
make weight.
I didn't make weight, dude.
But you're tall. You're what 6'3",
No, I'm 6'2".
6'2"?
Yeah.
You don't think that? I mean, she's on Tinder. I heard, or she was on Tinder. She's a boyfriend now.
Does she?
Yeah.
What he looks like?
I want to see that too.
Hold on. All
I do
he's-
wanna
Let's
see
see,
that.
dude. Is he like a little tiny, like skinny
I
white
just
dude?
don't believe that he's bigger than her.
No, he's not. He's not. He looks like a normal Armenian dude. Gabby Garcia.
He just owns a lot of guns. He's like, try it, bitch.
I mean, who knows? She's probably really sweet. And when she gets done up, I mean, look, some guys are into that.
I hope the UFC adds a women's 180-pound division so we can see her fight.
I think Cyborg's weight class is perfect to have like that up a little bit, you know?
Here's her boyfriend. Seems normal, right?
Give me that guy.
What women's division do you think has
Wait,
the
so
most
that's
depth?
him right there?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, nothing wrong with him.
The normal dude?
Seems like a normal guy.
I mean, he looks really small compared to her in that one picture.
I mean,
The
so
top
what?
one.
That's.
I mean, also, yeah, so what? But like,
They look
I wonder what their
happy.
relationship's like. He probably just caters to her.
You think so?
Maybe he has money.
She's probably very. Like,
Who do you think opens the tough jars?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Look, I know a lot of times.
He walks on
I ask
eggshells.
girls who slept with male fighters, like, "Oh, was he crazy in bed? They're like, a lot of these guys who are super tough are very submissive, and they just lie there.
I think
And
they
then-
get what they get all that rough part out in their job.
Yeah.
So then I'm like that. I'm super, like, rough in my job and then super sensitive on the other side.
So
super
I think
sensitive.
maybe she just lays there and she's like, ow, ow, or who knows, maybe, you know, maybe she's got a really tight vagina. I mean, right? Look, I've seen the opposite. I've been with girls, little tall, like 4'11" girls, and you go in there and it's fucking huge. The vagina is just you could put a small colony in there, right? So maybe it's super tight. I mean, have you ever been with a girl with just a huge vagina, you unsuspecting, Bella?
I can't recall back.
She said she has sucked on a lot of nipples that she didn't want to suck on, though.
Really? Why
What?
they were hairy and stuff, or?
I don't even know what she's talking about.
We were talking about girls' nipples, and she's like, I've sucked on some that I didn't want to suck on. Like, she didn't want to at the time, but she went ahead because, they were already in
Yeah.
the moment.
I was
Look, now she remembers. She's like, oh, that time.
I was writing a joke. The night I was thinking about how I remember this girl invited me to her hotel, and I get there, and then she's like, I'm in bed with her, and we're kissing, and then it's like 2 a.m, and I go up her shirt, and she's like, hey, not so fast. I'm like, not so. I'm like, at this point, I usually be done. Like fucking, like not so fast. Like it's 2 a.m, and you invited me over in your bed. And she's like, hey, read me a story. You're wearing lingerie. Like. Sometimes, like, what do you, like, what? But of course, I was respectful, and I think I ended up.
He just got up and left.
No, I think I ended up like finger blasting her 2 hours later. But sometimes girls guys think that we're in for a night of our lives, and the girl just wants to cuddle. You ever had that, Tyler? Back when you were single days?
I enjoy cuddling.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
How many
that
girls?
wants
You've
to
only been
cuddle.
with like 3 girls your whole life, right?
Yeah, I'm not. I haven't had that crazy life like you guys.
Ah,
I had like a long-term high school sweetheart, like carried over to college, and then, dated a few girls, and then met Miranda and been with her for a long time.
So Joe, you've been with how many?
Like how girls.
He's
I've
still a
slept with,
virgin.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
relationships.
Well, the first girl I slept with. was
Finger
actually
blasting don't count.
A girl, he lost his virginity. A girl crashed into his car. This woman was like 50 years old.
He's like, you don't have to pay for it, but you owe me.
They pull off to the side of like.
It was the Bank of America parking
He's like,
lot.
how about I rear end
and
you
then
now?
he banged her. Like,
Yeah.
Is that
She
for
didn't have
real?
to pay for the car, though, huh?
No, I mean it's a wild story. I told it
Sound like
before.
she really got off easy.
or she had brain damage and was in a concussion. And next thing I know, he's fucking her.
Yeah, that's more
Like-
likely, dude. No, but I was gonna say, I've been with a girl with a big vagina. I don't like giant vaginas because I'm not packing heat like some other dudes like Tyler. I'm not packing heat.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of intimidated by giant vaginas.
Yeah.
And I've only had like one, and that's the same girl who got mad at me for trying to like finger her ass without asking. I mean, maybe there's a correlation there.
He's
I'm
like,
not
it's a
too sure.
toothbrush, though.
Were you like, it's because it's the only thing tight in your body, you might as well have a finger in there?
Yeah, that's basically what was going on.
So she got mad at you?
Yeah, she's like, you got to stop trying to put your finger in my ass. And I'm like, what's the big deal?
And then what did she say?
No, she's just like, just stop. It doesn't feel good. But I'm like, it feels good for me.
Yeah, it's a very logical argument.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tanya, how long are you in town for?
It's like, till 22nd.
All right, so you're going back, you're training every day? Mm-hmm. Now, have you thought about going to King's and going to the body shop and doing some more cross training?
Yeah, my manager's just setting most of it up, so whatever these coaches say, I do.
Who's your manager?
George
George? Who's George?
Pragine. He's the same manager as Chris.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So he also, I think Tito and him are in the management company together. I'm not quite sure how it works, but they're
Nice. Now, when you walk into a new gym, like let's say you walked into Alliance, is it awkward for you? Do you feel like you're being judged? Do you feel like?
I think everybody feels that way, but I don't give a shit at the end of the
You
day.
don't give a shit?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
But when you spar with somebody, let's say you spar with somebody that you might potentially fight one day, and you get the best of her, are you like feeling really good, or she gets the best of you, or you're like, oh fuck?
I won't spar with people or train with people unless I fought them. If I'm like gonna fight them, I won't usually fuck with it. But if I've already fought them or something, then I'm kind of okay with it. But for the most part, like, I don't know, the girls don't really train with me too often, so.
Now, do you ever tell somebody, hey, go light, I just had knee surgery, or go light, or this, and then they don't, and now you're
like,
super
this is my first day of sparring, it's super light, and then the dude breaks my leg, yeah, that's how it went.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, that's how it goes down. So usually, I just pick my opponents, like, or my training partners really well. And, like, obviously coming in here, they're like, did you bring a training partner? And I'm like, no, my training partners have to have full-time jobs, so they found somebody for me to train with. He's super humble and good kid and stuff. So
Now, some of your exes, right? I know last time I met some of your exes. Are they hitting you up now that you're in LA and you're like, I'm in a relationship? Are you have to like fend them off?
no, I don't know. No, I think everybody knows.
Everyone knows.
Yeah.
Good. I still get sometimes exes like, what are you up to? And I'm like, I'm married. And they're like,
It's like 3 a.m.
Or girls that I've slept with, like
Come read me a
random
story.
towns, like, hey, I just want to see you. I'm like, no, like, why do I want to see you? No offense, but like we had a one night stand or whatever back in the day in Kentucky, and like this is not good. This is not going to go over well with my
And
wife.
I just need a
never
picture of you
forgotten
sleeping
about
in my
their night
bed.
with Adam Hunter.
Yeah, isn't it, what?
Blackmail.
I said they've never forgotten about their night with Adam Hunter.
I think a lot of women have been cheated on by people in their lives, and they like to be the other girl.
Yeah.
I truly believe that, and I don't think it's a good quality in people. But what, Bella's been like that?
I don't know. I'm just looking at her.
Have you ever been
And
cheated
that's
on?
a question.
Now, how come every girl that dates you that's a fighter, when you break up with them, they go on massive losing streaks?
Well, because they're only winning because I'm a great coach.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I put a lot of time into helping them with their careers. Yeah, I think so.
Got
Has
it.
to be it.
That makes sense.
And then I'm like, well, fuck you. I'm not training you either. I'm done helping you. And then their careers, meow.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, do other lesbian couples try to like join you for foursomes?
No.
Have you had like
most of them don't like me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but okay, let's all right. So out of all the let's say there's 5 girls, right? There's Raquel, Tisha, Amanda Nunez, who's her little girlfriend? What's her name? Nunez's girlfriend.
God, dude.
Gotcha.
Nina Ansaroff.
Nina Ansaroff.
yeah.
And who else is a lesbian?
Tisha Torres.
Liz Carmouche.
And Liz Carmouche. Out of those 5, who would you like to date the most, or bang, or fuck, marry, kill?
Let's do another 5.
Oh, really?
Fight, train with, and hook up
5
with.
train with, hook up. I don't know what the 5 other girl. Okay, all right, we'll do straight girls. Felice Herrig, Karate Hottie,
Paige.
Paige Van Zandt, Misha Tate, Jessie Jess. Those 5. Fuck, marry, kill.
Um,
Or the Brazilian girl.
All right, we're good for now.
Jessie Jess. I'd hump her.
Hump Jessie Jess.
Who'd you say, Mary?
Yeah, you marry.
What's that girl's name?
Karate Hottie,
Yeah, she'd probably be the
marry.
most
type.
loyal-ish. Yeah.
Kill.
Misha.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah.
I can't even believe you put her in the
Are
category.
you and Misha now friends? Or you
No,
still,
we were never friends.
You want to knee her
Yeah.
in the cooter still, right?
Yeah, well, whatever. I don't know who drew that, but
Yes.
it was a
Okay.
cool drawing.
Yes. Okay, so Tyler, what do you got coming up?
Oh, so this last couple months I put out my Dry Bar comedy special. That's all over YouTube and Facebook. If you guys get on there, check out Tyler Boeh Dry Bar Comedy. I also put out my second album. It's called Full Circle. That's available pretty much everywhere you want to get comedy. It's on SiriusXM, but you can download it to iTunes, plug it into Pandora. So yeah, I got another NACA showcase coming up soon, so I'm looking forward to that. But for everybody that's listening, just if you want to check out what I've been working on, Dry Bar Comedy and Full Circle.
What do you got coming up?
All right, everybody, go listen to my podcast. It's called The Paranormal Hour. I talk about like ghosts and like paranormal shit. I just did a 2-part series on Jeffrey Dahmer. If you want to listen about like the Milwaukee Cannibal, go check it out. And go follow me on Twitter at the Weendwag.
You better have called those episodes the main course and leftovers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go change the names right now.
All right, and Tanya, what do
He
you got
sounds
coming
like a
up?
total creep.
Tanya,
This guy.
what do you got coming up?
Just that fight, yeah.
And when is it again?
September 22nd, Brazil,
Is it,
FS1.
FS1.
Yeah.
Okay, main card?
Yeah, co-main event.
Co-main event.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice. And Bella, where can people find you?
Instagram, BellaBurke_love.
Bella Burke _love. Now, if I wanted to see some of your, do you have a subscription or people can like?
I actually got blocked. I had a Patreon, but apparently I'm not supposed to post nudes on my feed, which I didn't think I was doing that, but apparently I was. So
You got kicked off Patreon?
I got kicked off of Patreon.
All right. Well, good
Wow.
work. All right.
That's what I said. Like, I'd home Jesse Jez. My girlfriend's over here. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the right choice.
Saturday night, I'll be at the Haha in North Hollywood. Sunday night at the Laugh Factory in Long Beach. I'm at the Parlor in Bellevue, Washington. On Thursday, the 30th of August. Springfield, the Blue Room, Illinois. Did he give you the tooth?
No.
At the Blue Room, August 31st, September 1st. Chattanooga Comedy Cat, September 7th to the 9th. Rochester, New York with Jeremy Piven, September 20th, 21st. And Laugh Lines in Vancouver, September 28th and 29th. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Tim. Actually, let's talk to Tim right now. Tim Johnson. No, actually, probably in the middle, right?
Let's put it right now.
Let's talk to Tim Johnson right now. Tim Johnson, one of my favorite people in the whole world. Let's talk to Tim right now. Okay, so we're calling Tim Johnson right now. Tim Johnson, calling him right now. Come on. Tim. Hello? Oh, come on. Hello, Tim.
Hey, you there?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Adam Hunter.
Hey, how's it going, man? Just got done with work.
Oh, nice, man. I mean, you have like 12 jobs. What is this, Uber? Is this strip club bouncing? Is this saving the world? What job is this?
Well, actually, this time I got done with both jobs today. I got done driving truck at about 10:30 a.m. and then I ran over to the strip club and started working there at 11 and just got done with it right now.
Nice, man. Nice. Now, by the way, thank you for coming to my show in Minnesota. It was really great seeing you. Your girl is gorgeous. Is this still your girl or no?
Yep, nope, still my girl.
Nice.
Still my girl. You know, yeah, no, thanks for bringing us to the show. I got to say, I was expecting to laugh a little bit more, but, you know, it was a free show, so I can't complain too much.
Thank you, man. That is so kind of you. But now, how long have you had this girl for?
A year, about a year.
Now, it's funny because, like, you're such a big, burly man, and she's this little, like, small, petite, little blonde. It really does feel like King Kong and her, you know, the little girl that he saved. I mean, it definitely has that, like, I mean, does she ever get intimidated by you, or like, is, like, she calling the shots? How's that going?
No, it's definitely vice versa. I'm intimidated by her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's one of those that's got a bark and a bite.
Yeah, no, she seems really, really sweet, and it was so cool that you made the drive. Now, today's a big day. It just got announced that you're fighting Czech Congo in Bellator. Is this true?
Yep, that is correct.
When and where?
It's going to be October 13th at Veterans Coliseum in Long Island. Hopefully this round, this trip out there goes better than my trip I had out there last year.
Yes. Okay. Last time you fought that, who did you fight in Long Island? It was the guy that fought...
Junior Albini.
Yeah, and he was wearing a diaper. Were you distracted by the diaper?
No, actually, for his first fight, when I fought him, he didn't have the diaper. He just had, like, shorts that were literally, I think they were, like, two sizes too small. And I almost felt bad for him because it looked like he couldn't even move in them.
Yeah, no, that was, hey, listen, you know, the thing about you I like about you're never in a dull fight. It's always a war. But I do get concerned about that because you are a two-time All-American Division II wrestler. You know, you're an amazing wrestler, but you don't necessarily, you go out there and just throw bombs. Now, against Czech Congo, are we gonna wrestle more, or is it going to be just crazy brawl?
You know what? I haven't really thought up a game plan with Czech yet. But it's I had another interview today, and you know it's the same old adage of grappler versus striker, what's going to happen. No one ever really knows what's going to happen between a grappler and a striker. So, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully I don't start slow this time like I do sometimes a lot of my fights. And, I can find a good opening and actually get kind of a my retro fight game back.
I mean, you're a great striker too. Just sometimes I feel like you just get into these wars and then you're hurt and we don't know if you're going to be out and you're in zombie land, but then you come back and it's a monumental comeback. It's exciting, but I do get concerned that, that not necessarily the blueprint for a long career. Exciting fights though, but I mean,
yeah, no, I gotta agree with you there. My coaches will definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah.
They're trying to teach me this thing called defense. Apparently, my Rocky, I kind of go in there with the Rocky mentality of just letting them punch me in the head a bunch and let them get tired out that way.
It's exciting, but it gives me a heart attack. Now, a couple of your fights, you went to Extreme Couture, right? Or was it Syndicate?
Yeah. Yep.
Are you going out there for this training camp, or are you staying in North Dakota?
Yep. Since that first time I went out there a couple of years ago, I always spend like 2, 3, 4 weeks out there doing my camp. I'll be going out there again, a couple times, at least twice, or at least 2 weeks this camp. And get a win, hopefully, and I plan on actually making the move out there permanently.
Wow. Now, have you thought about possibly going to like an AKA and training with like Cormier and Cain Velasquez and some of those bigger guys?
No, just I kind of went out there in Vegas and liked the environment there, liked the people there, and I kind of met a couple people I enjoyed and got a couple friends down there, and
nice.
Kind of felt like turned into kind of a second home. And Extremes kind of backpack gym, so there's always big guys coming through there from all over. So I mean that gives you a lot of different options too.
I always thought you were a very underappreciated fighter. I mean, you're a guy that was in the Army, then you were a cop. Then you're an Uber driver and work at a strip club, and you were like ranked number 12 in the world. And I always thought that you were like the working man's. People say Roy Nelson's the working man's fighter, but I really think Tim Johnson, it's you. I mean, you embody what it likes to be a good person and live your dream. And I do think that. Truth be told, in a couple of years from now, we're going to look back and be like, oh, Tim Johnson, oh, there was a guy. I think you need more of a gimmick. There's got to be something, because I don't know, I resonate with you. And I think a lot of people, if they just knew you and like knew your whole story, they would really resonate with you. I think that guys like you,
No, that's, well, I appreciate it. And that's something, I talked about quite a bit. Like early in my career, I didn't really, like advertising, that I was in the Army and military. I didn't want to try to be getting a leg up, by using my military career. And to me, it just, if people want to find that out, they can find that out on their own. I don't need to be talking about it. And in general, just kind of what you said there.
No, it's true.
I just it's almost like I just kind of do it for fun.
No, and it's great, but you got to make some money. We got to put a lot of money in here. Now, the Bellator heavyweight tournament, I would assume if it does it again next year, you'd be a win over Czech Congo would put you right in there.
Yep, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm actually, with this 4-fight contract, and they offer me Czech. I'm like, heck yeah, I'll fight Czech. I've been waiting 3 years to fight a name, and game plan goes my way. I kind of want to just go up the heavyweights or the ladder of the tournament losers there, and hopefully by fight number 4, I'm sitting at a contender.
That'd be great. Now, have you now you left the UFC after a win? Was that a hard decision, and why did you make that decision?
Well, from what my agent said, it was talking to my agent. There wasn't very much interest in the UFC. And I kind of was getting frustrated with them a little bit too, just with, after every win, I'm offered, or I'd be like, okay, I'm in top 15. I want to fight, Andrei Arlovsky, Stefan Struve, Alexei Oleinik, and, Derek Lewis when he was, still like 9'8", 7". Those I'm like, I want to fight these guys. Let's get it, make it happen. And they'd come back, oh, we got this guy, and it's another debut every time. And, it's starting to frustrate me. And then, changing in my fight plan a little bit during the fight. I'm like, well, I can't lose to a freaking debut, so I got to tighten up and can't go out there free reign and just fight.
Yeah. Right. So you felt that you were kind of changing your fighting plan and the way you were fighting based on the guys they were giving you.
Yep, basically. Yep, exactly.
Right. So you're like, so you're not going for exciting fights anymore. You're going to just win. And now you don't like the way you're fighting, and the fans aren't resonating with you because if you go out there and have exciting fights, you might lose, and they're going to give you a number 30 ranked guy. That's crazy, right? Am I kind of getting it right?
Yep. Yep. Nope. You're picking up exactly what I'm putting down. Yep.
Wow, which is crazy. It's like you would almost rather have exciting fights than get the win in some ways.
Yep. Nope. And that's just kind of who I am personality wise, and I think even a lot of my fights with debuts, I was even an underdog, but I was still expected to win. When I'm not expected to win, when everyone's like, I had Johnson go out there and get his ass kicked, that's when I do my best. Like, I think one of my best fights was against Volkov. I don't think anyone gave me a freaking, snowball chance in hell at the beginning, when that fight was coming around.
Yeah, no, I thought you won that fight. I thought that was complete bullshit.
Well, we're in agreement.
Now, what do you think about? Because I was annoyed at the fact that Daniel Cormier beat Stipe Miocic, who won 7, 8 fights in a row. The biggest, or I wasn't 7 or 8, but it was a lot. And he set the record. And now they're talking about giving him Brock Lesnar against Cormier. And Brock Lesnar hasn't fought in the UFC, and he's fought once in the last 8 years. Got popped for steroids 3, 4 times, and now they're not even. I mean, what is that? Right?
Yeah, that's promotional right there. If there was ever someone more deserving than an instant rematch, it would be Stipe for what he was able to accomplish at heavyweight. Like I think a lot of people don't put that into context exactly how hard it is what he pulled off.
And then to just throw in Brock Lesnar, and I think that's why a lot of people are now turning to Bellator or turning to PFL or turning to other things because they're like, you know what? I'd rather see a league where the number one guy gets to the spot, not let's throw in Brock Lesnar, let's throw in CM Punk, let's throw in, Nate Diaz.
Yeah, no, I think the whole thing for me on that was that little WWE ring antic right afterwards kind of threw me off a little bit. And if you want to give him a chance, absolutely. He's a former champ. He's a physical beast, but make him fight one before you give it to him.
And make him fight you. A guy like you, Tim Johnson versus Brock Lesnar, everyone would be counting you out. You'd make more money than you ever fought, and than you ever got. And then if you win, all of a sudden people know who you are. It's kind of the problem is that they put him up against you and he'll probably lose. So they'll go, okay, well that's there goes our cash cow. So it's just that's the one thing. I mean, look, I love MMA. My wife. I last night we watched PFL. Tonight I'm gonna watch Bellator. I'll watch LFA. I watch everything. I watched some of Ryzen last week. I'll watch it if it's on TV and it's MMA. I'll watch it, but I like the purity of it. I like the fact that 2 guys go in a cage or 2 girls and the best person wins. But now it's like comedy. Whereas, look, I've been doing comedy for 20 years. There have been so many times where I've done showcases where I had the best set of the night. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased. Yeah, I'm a little biased, but the crowd saw it too. But because another person is managed by whoever and they're managing someone else, they get the TV spot. And of course it bothered me. Now, I'd rather do comedy than anything else in the world. This is what I love doing. But it's bullshit. Now, I always used to look at MMA as like, oh, well, at least there's a chance. There's a sport where 2 people in and the winner goes. But now they're not making it. They're making guys like you who are, fringe guys on 11, 12 against debut. They're making guys that, if Colby Covington hadn't become a big Trump supporter and become this outspoken guy, he would not have got that shot. And it sucks that they're forcing guys or making guys become characters and WWE Looney Tunes in order to get a spot in a sport which is hard enough as it is.
No, yeah, you're right with the antics there. I got a lot of friends, and friends that are big fans of sport, just like you. It's not just UFC. I mean, they followed it for many, many years. And always have been telling me for the last couple of years, you gotta do a little more action on like Twitter and stuff like that. I'm like, do you not know me? I'm like, that's not me. And on top of that, I'm like, fans can smell bullshit a mile away. Like, it would not be real, me trying to make a beef over Twitter or something. It would be, fans would just laugh at that, like, oh, here's another fighter trying to do what everybody else is doing. Yeah,
and the thing is like, look, your fights are so exciting. Every one of your fights, it becomes a rock, except for the one with what's his name, the guy that beat you, the wrestler. But even him, you had him hurt. The guy whose brother was a 3-time All-American.
Rosol, Jared Rosol.
That was the only one I could say was a little boring, but that wasn't your fault. But your fights are amazing. I mean, but the Black Beast, your fights are 10 times more exciting than the Black Beast. I'm sorry, they are. The Black Beast's last fight was completely shit the bed. It was
I know. That's why but what makes him exciting is nothing will happen until he lands that one punch, and that 5 seconds exciting. Makes up for everything else.
Right, that is exciting. But he's also like Ronda Rousey, I want to bang you in the ass, whatever he says, or this or that, and people are like, or his Instagram feed is funny. That's all fine and dandy. But a guy like you, and I'm not to single out the Black Beast because there's a lot of people out there where, they're exciting outside the octagon, but I care more about people who are exciting inside the octagon. That's me. And I understand people that go, we want to build the sport. I'm like, yeah, but the UFC sold for $4.5 billion? I mean, this is not lingerie football or lingerie MMA where they really need to build a sport. It's fucking, it's crazy. It's crazy. But, so Bellator is paying you well, right?
Yep, that they are.
And you got a 4-fight deal.
So,
now, when you get a 4-fight deal, you can't lose.
4-fight deal.
But you can't lose 3 fights in a row. Like, you have to keep winning, right?
Yep. Keep winning, and hopefully that's that plan should come around full action. So in a little incentive base, and
no, I think Congo's a great matchup. I mean, Congo's obviously got very dangerous hands, got great knees, got great spinning kicks, but I think that I just think that you're a grinder. I think you can grind him out.
That's every. Maybe this isn't the greatest quality to have, but looking back at my fights, the way I fight, and how I fight, and who I am, every fighter's got kind of something that they do that a little better than everybody else. And I was like, well, I don't think I got better striking, better wrestling, better grappling, better something. You know what? My ability is to make good fighters look bad, and why I look bad at the same time.
No, you don't look bad. No, I do got to ask you. Sometimes I'll wear a T-shirt, and if I bomb on stage with that shirt, I won't wear it again. I'm like, I can't wear this on. I'm very superstitious like that. Now you're going back to an arena where you got fucked up. Is that hard for you? Is that like are you superstitious?
I'm not gonna lie, it has crossed my mind. The second I looked up, they just said October 13th, and I'm like, okay. And I looked up where it's at, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is Long Island, this is Hutchins. I'm like,
yeah.
But no, I don't think so. I think it's going to be the opposite. I think because it's so fresh in my memory. Literally last summer is when I fought there. I'm going to be familiar with the building, and it's going to be kind of like home court advantage almost. I don't know.
Right, and they're all going to be booing you because they're all going to be ex-UFC fans or current UFC fans. So they're all going to know Congo. So get ready to be the heel.
Yep.
Get ready to be.
Oh yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with that.
And what's your walkout?
Why would they boo an American when he's fighting a Frenchman?
I don't know, because people are funny. But I honestly, you think maybe you could, because you remind me a little bit of Corporal. What's that guy wrestler's name who used to wear like all the army gear? Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah.
Have you thought about maybe coming in like military flak or like something like to kind of. What's your walkout thing gonna be? Your walkout song?
I'm not sure, 100% sure yet. I got a couple little ones out there. Leading the pack right now though is called American Son by the Scooter Brown Band.
Okay.
All the members are veterans. Yeah.
Nice. I like it. Yeah, we got to connect because Bellator makes you kind of like they let you come out to stuff to like music and stuff, and like they kind of do the whole thing. Maybe you should play like Full Metal Jacket before you go out there, like some crazy scenes from that, or like Platoon, and then just have like maybe have like soldiers like coming out there, and then you go out there and like Bin Laden's flying around, and you knock him out on the way to the cage. we got to do something to like you know.
Well, what's what's leading the pack there is walking out with a 2x4, and calling myself Hacksaw Tim Duggan.
I like it. That's not bad. I honestly think that you guys should have managers too, like in WWE, or the guy comes out of the manager. I like that. Come out, Hacksaw Tim Johnson, and just do exactly what he did, and wear those blue shorts and yell "ho!" Have that beard.
He had a 2x4, an American flag.
That or go the other way. I mean, you are a strip club bouncer. You don't think maybe you should have some of the strippers like walk you to the octagon or the cage?
I mean, that's definitely a way to go too. Like, God, who did that? I mean, the Heartbreak Kid kind of did that, did he, for a while?
Yeah, right. Or like that one guy that used to have like 9 girls. I forgot his name. Like the pimp, whatever his name is.
Jim Gunn, Scotty Gunn, or
yeah, one of those guys.
Billy Gunn
had a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure those girls in Fargo, North Dakota, would love to come to Long Island. They probably never left Fargo. I mean, you can right? You come out there with 7 girls, and then and you're like, Big Timmy Johnson or something, or Big Daddy Tim. People will start talking. I'm telling you, you need that. You can, right? My breastfeeding right now in front of me.
It'll definitely be a new niche.
Yeah.
It'll definitely need to be a new niche. Everyone's leapfrogging off my mustache now.
I'm telling you, you got to go Tim, Mr. Mustache, or Captain Sexy, or Sergeant Sexy, or something. And you come out there with like 9 trifling girls twerking around you. People will talk. People will talk, bro. That's what we need. We need it. We got to get a
definitely. Well, that's definitely the old, sex sells. Everybody knows that.
Of course. I mean, you work at a strip club. I mean, I think you know that the most. Now, does your girl get mad about you working there?
No, that she does not.
Really? Now, do the other girls hit on you, or they know that you're taken?
No, they know that I'm taken, and they're pretty respectful. On top of that, I've worked there so long now that it's kind of just, it's going to work. It's just like everyone going. To me, it's like going to a 9 to 5 in a cubicle. It's no different.
Did you ever have to break up a stripper fight?
Actually, a couple times, yeah. In the back, they get rowdy with each other, and you have to go back there and yell at them and kick one of them out and tell them to leave the building and whatnot.
Oh my God! Now I know that my friend is a DJ at a strip club in Miami, and girls have offered him to like oral sex in exchange for not tipping him out. Do you ever have that issue?
No, I've never came across that issue in all my years. But of course, we're in Fargo and Miami. There's a little difference there than in culture, maybe.
Good. Now, where can people follow you, Tim?
You get my Twitter and my Instagram account are TBearTim, and my Facebook account is just athlete page Timothy Johnson.
Now, if I wanted to sponsor you for your fight, I know Bellator allows sponsors, and I wanted to get Tim on your ass, I wanted to get my name on your ass or some kind of thing, or on your banner. How would I go about doing that?
You can just send me a personal message. I check them pretty regularly now on either Twitter or Instagram. Not so much Facebook, but or you can go through on my both those pages is my agency, Sucker Punch Entertainment, and you can email them otherwise.
Well, thank you so much, Tim, and have a great rest of the weekend.
All right, thanks for having me, Adam.
Thank you. That was Tim Johnson. All right, thank you all for listening to the podcast. You guys are the best. If you're on Amazon, if you shop on Amazon, go to adamhunter.com. Click on the Amazon banner, and then buy whatever you want. Take care, and you guys are the best. Bye.
Түүний сонсдог хөгжим дур булаан. Даадаш дуулан дур булаа мууруулаа.